Why now? This, I think Tash should be the somebody in the podcast.
Well, to be fair though, I think we should all be fans. Just one.
You be
Side eye. I'm a lightweight.
Bombastic side.
We're good to go? Rosalie?
bombastic eyes, side eye, criminal, offensive side eye. Why did I laugh like that? Oh my god, I feel like you guys are automatically like bringing the Nigerian out of me. I can hear the accent switch already.
I mean that's how it's meant to be, you know. You know how
Y'all be taking me back home.
You know how when you're white people and you like switch up your accent just a little bit.
No, I do full transformation. Like
Hey, what's
I'll be
your
talking
white
like,
voice? Like,
no, like people have said it already. Like when I pick up the phone and I'm like, hello, yes, yes. And then I'll drop it. I'll be like, Abi, what are you saying? Like that's how crazy the switch is with me.
My
I
mom
go
is the
from one
same as
extreme
well.
to the other.
A for apple.
Oh my god, I find that so hilarious. Like when you're trying to explain things to people, you're like A for apple,
Bruh.
D for dog, X for xylophone.
I'm always confused when people don't understand what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm talking clearer than you are. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
no, I mean like when I'm talking with like an Irish person, like I'm talking clearer than you are. Like, I don't you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's okay. Accents play a massive deal to
Yeah,
it,
they
to
do.
like the tuning of the air.
Even Irish people sometimes they
I
be
don't
saying
understand
stuff
Cork
and
people.
it'll be hard to understand, but just because of the accent, it's quite
I don't
heavy.
understand Cork people, Kerry people, Belfast people. They talk and I'm like,
I can't even
excuse
tell
me?
the difference between the accents, to be honest.
Really?
If you
Very
really
honest.
listen.
See, I've been here for like 3 years now. Until today, I can't even fake an Irish accent. If I try to fake an Irish accent, I'll do a very bad
This man
job.
is you're about to do
See,
core.
to the fucking bone.
To the core.
Fucking bone.
What's good?
So we're rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes, we're
I was
rolling.
like, are we rolling? I do that every episode because we just be chatting. But anyway, guys, welcome back to GTG, baby.
Vibes, you know, the vibes.
We found your replacement.
Guys, he's the
I'm
fifth
joking.
GTG member. The
Yeah.
fifth. He has watched every episode. Y'all need to be like him. What
Nah,
y'all
you guys,
doing?
You guys keep me entertained when I'm in work. Keeps my day going. So. Yeah,
That's
well
so
done.
good.
Enjoy
Funny
the
enough, that's what I
conversation.
do too. Like, cause like, okay, my last job was like fully remote. So like, and me like I easily get bored. So like, I just on my personal laptop, I just open YouTube and just play like random podcasts. Now you guys, this podcast is like one of the ones I play. So yeah, you guys are doing amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I
And one
swear
thing-
we didn't bribe them. They're saying this
One thing I like
willingly.
is that some of the conversations that I had, they are quite educational. To hear about girls' experience, what they're going through, what they expect from guys, and how they want to be treated. So you
guys
you
taking
learn a thing
notes?
or two.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're in women's business when you're listening to our podcast?
Women's business.
Jordan always says that to us. That he's like, I'll be in your business next week again.
What do you guys think? Are you
I mean, I don't think so. I feel like you guys have like even like you guys are actually like a perfect blend because like you guys are not like the same kind of person. You guys are quite different, but also like match and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I
quite
love
interesting.
That's awesome. Let's go introduce the guest now.
Okay. Oh my god, my bad. I just got so carried away with all the compliments. So guys, we've got AKA T Block, Tash, fifth member of the GTG
You
podcast.
know the vibes. That's the way it is.
I mean, we have Mr. Loverboy, Mr. Loverman, Mr. Giving Me All You Desire. I just had to do it because his name is Ife, AKA, which means love in Yoruba.
Fair.
So the way his face
He
was, he
also,
was like,
he also has a podcast called Too Many Casuals where he talks about basketball and stuff.
oh, we're going to
to
talk
check it
about
out,
basketball. I've dated people who like
have you heard?
basketball.
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
we'll circle back to that later.
Fair.
So, gist of the week, T.Y. Savage performs at the coronation. And obviously, I put it as gist of the week because everyone on Twitter and around the world were saying that she was betraying her country and they were angry. But she was like, she wore green. But what do you guys think of that? Did you?
I mean, Nigerians are doing too much. If that's what people were really saying, they're doing too much. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you have to secure the bag now, and that I'm pretty sure
That's
that
what I
was
was
a big
thinking.
bag. So
For me, it wasn't even just the bag. So first things first, she gets on stage. She's wearing our color green for
Fair.
our flag. Big up. Number two, she's singing Yoruba on the stage. like, as much as we want to talk about, I know people are like, oh, it's slavery and all of this. You have a black woman from a country that colonized us standing on a stage singing our language to them. They're all standing there listening to her. It's not a case where it was like back in the days. I think this is massive progression for us. Like, we can't change history, guys, but we can move forward and do better. True. And I think by her doing that, she really put Nigeria on a platform, because a bunch of people who would have probably never heard of her before, they're going to look back on that, and she sang beautifully as well.
She did, actually.
People will actually go and look at her. People go and look her up. They're looking up a Nigerian babe. I think she's doing something.
I saw a tweet, in fact, where like Ghanaians were even claiming her, because apparently,
no, magic.
Ghanaians, stay out of our business.
Apparently, she grew up in Ghana.
What's his name? What's the promise? You guys can have Promise King. King Promise. There we go.
Anyways, the way I see it, I don't think she's people should be mad at her, because they think that they should focus on is the issues of the country. Because, like, say, if you look at one of the things that I see on Nigeria, like, you guys have oil.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest oil companies in Nigeria are foreign companies. You see? So when these companies come, they take those profits back to their home country. You see? If you look at Saudi Arabia, Dubai, the reason why they're rich is because the biggest oil companies there are actually their own companies. So it's not a case of maybe an artist coming to perform here or at a coronation, then she's the one to blame. No. The people to blame are those government officials that are handing out these contracts to companies and making sure they're not getting the right amount of money, instead of like indigenizing, like say maybe local companies. They're giving them to foreign companies. So I don't think she's a pro. She's making money for herself and putting.
Tash said focus on yourself.
Yeah, so I don't think she did anything wrong.
He said some shit right there.
Oh, nice.
Is the camera on him?
He just spoke some serious facts.
Damn, I love being educated. Like,
mind your business that pays you. There you go.
At the end of the day.
Is it at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, literally. Another gist of the week. Now, it hasn't been officially confirmed, but apparently, Mama Jama and... Am I saying the name right? Mama Jama? Maya. Sorry, guys.
Jama.
Maya Jama and Stormzy are back together. Maya Jama was seen, like, doing sneaky linky to his house. Yeah.
After that song, if they're not back together. What? Oh, girl, you're shining.
Oh, shit.
You know you're my
Stormzy has been trying to get that back since he lost that
No,
guys, do you
Since he got
deep
that
the
one. Since he
lyrics
lost that
are
one.
in that song, Queen in your city, they need to
But
crown
he
you.
fumbled himself when he lost her.
Yeah, he did.
He knows that himself. And even I've watched a couple of interviews and he didn't lose her from cheating.
Okay.
I think he was in a rocky point in his career. He didn't know how to handle it. He was dealing with a lot of like emotional and mental things. I think it was more so of a mental state of frame of mind that caused him to lose her, and where he didn't appreciate her and value her. So she walked away. And it was like, even when you go back and you listen to the song, there's a part in it where he talks about like, no matter where she is, if she ever needs a place to hide, he will keep it to himself. This guy adores her. Do you know how brave it is to show a music video and you use a look-alike? Even if nobody knew it was about Maya, you watch that video and you're like,
They knew.
Actually be able to boldly prophesy your love, like that guy loves that
Rose, if someone cheated on you and Stormzy, like, they did a song like Stormzy, are you taking it back?
No, guys.
But Stormzy didn't cheat though.
Guys, let me tell you something.
Let's say he did. Go on.
Women, you give men so much power.
Wow.
God bless your life.
Do we?
If a man cheats on you, please leave his ass.
I feel like, girls are more likely to stay if no one knows about the cheating. If the cheating is done discreetly.
No, even if people know.
If you ask me though, like, I'll say like, okay, like, when like a guy cheats on this girl now, it's quite, and the girl, maybe like the girl leaves, it's quite publicized, like, okay, yes, I left because he cheated.
Yeah.
But like, let's say it was a situation now where like a girl cheated on her boyfriend and he finds out. Yeah. If he breaks up and they ask him why they broke up, it would just be like, oh, we split up. Because it would be like a kind of like a shameful thing for him to say like, yo, she cheated on me.
He's saying something.
So what I'm trying to say is like, men don't really tell their whole story sometimes.
But apart from that, it's a society thing. Society has made it to look like that. If a man cheats, it's normal. You can take him back.
Yeah.
Even your own family could be telling you, oh, just forgive him, go back.
Because that's when you hear.
And that's so wrong because
in African families, oh, look at you, how will you find another man? Especially women who have like kids, so who will marry you again?
and that gives men so much power because they know that if they mess up, they'll be taken
They're
back.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not her
But
with
like-
2 kids and
like
screw up
with-
in the future.
With what Ife is saying, it's kind of like sad because like if now a girl cheats on him, right? It's like
It
okay,
becomes you're not man enough.
yeah. as
They'll
a
make fun of
man,
him. They'll
how
put
could you let her
pressure-
cheat on you?
Yeah, they'll make fun of him, and
Yeah.
him because of the man ego, he'll feel like everyone is making fun of me. That's why a lot of men, when they get cheated on, they don't say it to anyone. If they decide to take the woman back,
But
Yeah.
generally too, like at least me, I'm of the opinion that women cheat more than men.
Physically,
yes,
You're a guest here.
like physically,
Yep.
I would say
You're a guest
maybe
here.
emotionally.
I'm of the
If you put
opinion
on a
that
scale-
women cheat more than men.
emotionally,
if you
no.
put on a scale, say men cheat 60%, women 40%.
I was switching the other way around.
No.
Cause like,
We're keeping him.
cause like,
You need a lead.
Get out here. You're a guest.
You need a lead,
cause
sir.
like, I mean, no.
And
Let's
I'm
say,
not saying this to be biased, because if you look at a lot of cheating cases, because you see, there was like a friend of mine who was like, cleaning plates at home, doing some housework. And then during those time, I was like backward minded. And then I was asking him, bro, why are you doing this? And he told me, Tash, when you grow up, when you get married, if you want to get a lot, help out in the house. Because some of the reasons why men cheat on their woman, they're just ridiculous reasons. Like you're literally cheating on your wife on the same thing that she can give you. But the problem is,
Men cheat
she's
over
tired in the
anything,
house. She's
yeah.
been doing all the housework, and then now you want to get some when she's tired. You see. But if you want to get some, you need to help out in the house. She's had a baby. She's so busy, and you decide, okay, I'm gonna cheat. And sometimes they don't even communicate, so they think going to play around they'll get their game up when you could easily communicate and learn each other's body.
see, to be fair, men cheat over the smallest reason, for the smallest reason. Sometimes they even cheat for no reason. So
But women will cheat on you when you've literally
purpose.
messed
With
up.
a reason.
Most of the times they will cheat on you
Well,
when
no.
you've messed up.
It's not. We're not saying there isn't women out there who don't cheat
they
for the
do.
bands. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's some women out there who are horrible.
They do.
Who are horrible and would treat men
Treacherous.
horrifically.
Yep.
But when you look at it in like a general kind of like we're generalizing here. Majority of the time when women cheat is because
purpose.
they're being neglected in
purposeful.
something. You're lacking in something.
Yeah, you're missing something.
And we're not saying it's always completely the guy's fault because sometimes the women may not communicate to the man that he's lacking in something. So
Yeah.
sometimes they do not know.
Yeah.
But when women tend to cheat, it's mainly for a reason. Whereas men, as you said, will cheat for no reason.
another factor to consider is it's
Go
like now, for instance, now let's say a girl cheats on a man. Yeah, there's even a big chance that she's not going to tell her best friend that, oh yeah, I slept with another guy or I fucked another guy. But if a guy now she cheats on his girl,
No, I'm telling
it's
you now.
probably going to even start bragging
I'm
about
telling,
it. Like,
I'm
yo,
telling you now,
Yeah.
they will tell at least one friend. A
Yeah.
girl,
I would
I'm
like
telling you, every single girl in this life has one best friend that you can go to and tell. Whether this best friend could even be like a sister or a family member. They would tell when they've cheated.
Yeah.
They would tell when they've killed somebody or done something completely
Crazy. Yeah.
horrifically.
Fair.
But every girl has that one ride and die friend.
yeah.
And I think it's one of the weaknesses for girls
Damn.
because
You need
Also-
to
Our
leave.
conscience,
because
our
you need to
conscience
leave
can't
as well.
take it.
how's that weakness
let me
though?
explain why. The less people know about you, the better.
True.
You see, because one thing I don't like about girls is that most of the times when they fail out, they review each other's secrets. And sometimes if you're gonna do something, let's say maybe your best friend has a boyfriend, during their pillow talk, she might be telling him your business. You see, so as a result, I just feel like there are certain things whereby you just have to keep them to yourself.
Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, let's say you're going out with a guy and you trust him that okay, he's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
You
it comes
shouldn't
to
have
girls,
Yeah,
there's
you shouldn't
yeah.
just be telling everyone your business
Yeah,
because
with girls, there's
Yeah.
two people we tell everything to, which
Yeah.
is our man and that one best friend.
Yeah.
100%.
Facts.
Even you as a man, trust me, she's telling her best friend everything. There's
Yeah.
one best friend that you
There's
know
one best friend that knows.
everything.
True.
Yeah.
Even the shameful parts.
Yeah.
Even when I was with my toxic ex, my best friend knew there was a problem that he needed to go the minute I started lying and covering up for him. Because she knows when I'm lying. Because she knows me that well. She
Yeah.
knows when I'm covering up.
Yeah.
And that's when she knew he had to go because I shouldn't be lying to her. I'm
Nah.
her closest friend in the
Yeah.
world. She's the person that I would run to and tell her I accidentally killed somebody. If I killed somebody, she's the person who's coming to shovel his body with me. Well, like,
We all have that one friend.
We all
you guys
have
have
that
that
one
friend as well
friend.
that you would, that one friend where you'd be like, yeah, I'm telling him everything.
no.
I actually don't think there's
That's-
anything in this
no.
world about me that she does not know. She knows the most embarrassing, the saddest, the happiness. She knows she knows me, I think, more than my family knows me.
Damn. Yeah, I do have that kind of friend though.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
feel like you don't. Yeah, guys don't
But
actually.
this
a lot
goes
of-
back to what Charge It were saying it in their podcast episode about guy friendships are not as deep as women friendships.
It's more so like guys just try to like forget their sorrows with each other. Rather than
They're going.
Y'all need to heal.
And sometimes you don't feel the need to just say it.
exactly like sometimes it just feels like you're
When
just
God was making that Y chromosome, he was putting
And
something in there that was...
to me,
it just feels
for
like
argument's
bothering
sake,
someone.
Yeah.
For argument's sake, if I had a thing with a girl, just to protect her, I wouldn't tell anyone about our thing, because what happens is if I go tell my boys,
It
one
becomes
of
a
my
joke.
boys might want to move to her, and you see
That is, but you know, that's the craziest
thing.
thing, because
Yeah.
I feel like girls don't really do that.
Yeah.
Like your girl best friends will never ever move to your man.
Not ever, never, ever now.
No, what I mean, but they're
Maybe
not your
do.
friends. The girls who do that are not
True.
like your closest
True.
friends.
But your guys
You'd be
is free
surprised
game.
though.
What?
You'd be surprised.
But they're not your friends then if they do it.
yeah, but
True.
if God says this is your husband, what else you want?
Oh, Tash,
God,
what's going
I'm
on?
praying to you, God, now. Anybody that my best friend has been with is not my husband in the mighty name of Jesus.
Imagine.
But Sha, that's actually one thing men do that I don't fuck with. Like
What?
Get with someone that their friends have been with. It will shock you. Guys do it all the time.
now, this is just like an example now. Like maybe like let's say like me and him, we're friends. Then maybe like
brothers.
we're friends, like we're actually
Yeah.
proper guys. Then maybe he breaks up with his girl. Then because he breaks up with his girl, next thing I'm texting the girl.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. If we are like brothers, if we have that our friendship is on brotherhood level, I wouldn't do it. But if it's just like a friendship group, maybe we are not that close, we're just a clique, and maybe we just tolerate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different story. But if it's
Yeah.
like a close like friend who's like a brother, nah, it's a no go.
Yeah,
It's
girls don't do it.
against
I
the
feel
bro
like
code.
it's weird. I was like,
Yeah.
how you texting somebody that your friend has cried to you about?
I mean, at
That
the end
is
of the day,
messed
they're
up.
adults. They'll do whatever the fuck they want.
They will.
But it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, morally. If you have a moral conscience, it doesn't feel right.
Guys, I have a would you rather. Welcome to the would you rather segment. Are you guys ready for this?
Okay.
There's not many would you rathers, probably just like 3. So the first one is I'm gonna dive in straight, okay? What would you rather your girl or your guy cheat on you by giving another person head or giving the person just sex, no foreplay?
Wait.
Let me rephrase that. Would you rather your
Yeah.
girl given oral sex or physical?
But physical, but like you know how there's-
Vaginal sex with no oral
I
sex.
mean, do I have to choose?
you have to choose one as would you
Either is
rather.
cheating
Or we could just talk
anyways.
about Tasha quiet all of a sudden.
I mean, to be fair, there's no right answer.
The reason, now the background to this question is because like I feel like head is way more disrespectful than just sex by itself. I feel like because she on her knees, girl. She on her knees, like.
I mean,
She
I
can
can
also
understand.
be
I
on
can
her
understand that
knees
knowledge.
in-
But then I'm not a guy, so I wouldn't really fully
She
understand.
can still be on her knees in other positions too. Doggies on your knees.
Yo, it
For me,
could
they're
it
just
could
equally
it could
as
be
bad.
tying
Not
out,
that I know what
flipping out.
that position is.
It's just equally as bad, to be honest.
But also, okay, as a girl, right? As a woman, would you rather your man, like, say you're okay? Imagine I come to you, Ross, yeah. "Ugh, girl, he cheated on me. What do you do? He gave her head. Imagine that, because that became, oh, girl, he cheated on me. What do you do? Oh, they had sex. You see what I mean? You see the
all I know is if a girl cheated on me, there's no going back.
okay.
Yeah.
Really, you would never forgive her ever.
Yeah.
Fini.
Cheating.
C'est fini.
Cheating.
Finished. It's done.
It's definitely a deal breaker.
And if I cheated on a girl, yeah, God forbid it will never happen. I'm not even asking for forgiveness. I'll just leave.
So, what would you guys pick? Let's be going. What would you guys pick?
Because they
I
just
think
gonna
that's-
resent you anyway.
That's I don't think there's a right answer.
Yeah.
Or one that's
It's
worse.
just equally as bad.
You have to pick.
Like whichever one you pick, like you're going to be fucked.
Guys, pick one.
Literally.
I would pick. I don't want, but if I was in that kind of world and that happened, I'd rather him cheat on me with sex, because then he's a munch. He's out here giving girls head.
But he's also out there fucking girls.
I just feel like it's just easier. Now, this is Ras class.
I mean, you can get STIs both
He's
ways.
inside
That's what I
her
mean.
both,
Both ways,
ways.
both ways.
He's
Okay.
inside her both
guys,
ways.
you're being too smart.
No, because I think of it and I'm like, if she's on her knees, he's looking down at her. And I'm like, if she's on top of him, he's looking straight at her.
You're being too real. I just want. Anyway, Sha, you guys, that was -1 point for everyone. You didn't answer the question. Now, next one. Now we're level 2 now. Because you didn't pass
Level
level
2?
1.
Yeah.
You didn't
Oh, this
get
one's
level
gonna. This has to be wild.
2. Would you guys rather your boy sleep with your girl or your brother?
or your brother?
Yeah. Or
Guys,
around
these
your best
questions,
friend or
yeah.
your sister?
These questions. Yeah.
My best friend. My best friend. I
Okay.
would much rather my best friend.
Yeah, family is like forever bond.
Yeah, my brother.
Because I'm
Your brother sleep with your girl.
Yeah, that's my friend, yeah.
You rather your brother sleep with your girl than your friend.
Explain.
Is there really need?
You have to explain because my logic is the reason why I choose
Then
my
Tash,
best
I'll do
friend
next.
is that I can stop from seeing my best friend. But when it's a sister, every family function, I'm gonna have to look at you in the face. Even my parents' funeral, you're gonna be there because you have to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
When it's a family member, you cannot get rid of them at certain situations.
Okay.
And I also feel like because they're
trying
family,
to
you
convince him
have
to
to
change his answer.
forgive them.
No, I'm not changing my answer. But yeah,
You
like,
can forgive it, but not forget it when it's
Wait,
family.
okay, wait, why
but
your
when it's a
brother?
best friend, you can just get rid of.
Why your brother?
no, because like, okay, if it's my girl, not my wife, like my girl.
Okay.
Yeah? My brother. Because that way, like,
We're gonna get back to that.
that way, yeah, like, it would be easier to cut her off.
Okay, first, Tash, what about you?
To be honest, I would say friend because brother is a bond forever. So
Okay.
I don't want to resent my brother.
Okay,
It's
first.
easy to cut off a friend. Friends come and go, but your brother will always be your brother.
Okay,
And
if it
you
was
have-
your
and I will be forced to forgive him anyway because he's my brother.
That's what I mean. Like you
And
can't
I
get
don't
rid of.
wanna-
okay,
in
if
that
it's your
position.
wife now, Ife, would you?
If it's my wife, then neither, to be honest.
But you know what? You even said something there where you were kind of like, "I'm sorry, the wine's getting to me." But
Yeah, the wine is
The wine's
the wine is so
getting to
strong.
me.
Oh yeah, by the
Bro.
way, Tash came. He gave us some.
Guys,
Some
he came
cups.
number one. He came with red wine. I don't know if you were
Cheers.
listening to Papa. Red wine's my
Cheers.
favorite kind
Cheers.
of wine.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
And he came with cups too.
Yeah, these cups are
That's
nice.
how you do it.
Taking these cups home.
So you
So
said that
I'm going
if it's
slacking.
You said that if it's your girl and not your wife, but shouldn't you not be dating your girl to be your wife?
That's the thing, though. Yeah, like, I feel like there are two levels of commitment. Yeah, agreed. Like, you should be dating to marry. At least when you get to like a certain age or a certain maturity level, you should be dating to marry. Yeah,
I feel
but
like he needs to be dating to marry from the get go.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's all a learning experience, though.
But there's two ways. I think from the way I've seen things, there's two ways people fall in love. So there's love at first sight. Like you see this girl, forget about the Champions League the lads talk about. She's World Cup in gold.
World Cup.
Like you're ready to risk it all, you're bringing out the big
Have you
guns.
ever fallen in love at first sight?
For me, yeah.
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 Have you?
Wow.
Like you
Love
literally
at first
risking
sight?
it all. Yeah, love at first sight. Like
Actually,
you literally,
does not exist.
it does.
It's attraction at first
Now
sight.
the
We
thing,
love controversial.
That's not love at
controversy.
first sight.
so that's love at first sight. Like okay, you just like this girl. Like
For no reason.
Is it love at
For
first
no
sight or
reason. And-
lust at first sight? Because
apart
you guys
from that,
haven't done.
like when you say love at first sight, she's also feeling the same. So you encounter her, you like her, you tell her you like her, and she likes you back, and you. So that's love at first sight. Like you're ready to
Marry
Dive in
there and
deep.
then.
dive in, yeah.
To dive in deep.
Yeah, like you're
I think
ready
I'm
to
on
ask
the
her,
fence with him. I don't think love at first sight, but like you guys feeling the connection very strong at the first.
I
yeah,
mean, it's
agree,
very
but-
possible to fall in love like quick.
Yeah.
But like at
At
first
first
sight.
sight.
But at sight is because you've seen appearance.
Is that not lust?
Exactly, that's that,
Is that
exactly
not
lust
Guys,
attraction.
can I even ask you, do you believe in love is blind? Do you believe that love is blind?
Yes, it
It,
is.
it all depends on what that means, because I really don't know what that means.
I think what it means is that love is not enough sometimes.
That was not enough.
Or love is never enough.
Yeah. So
It's
sometimes,
100% not
so
enough.
sometimes you see,
Never
like sometimes
enough.
people might stay in a relationship, like say maybe the guy is nonchalant or he's not ambitious, but maybe he's giving you some, like something good,
Oh, good day.
Yeah. So it's like you're staying. You know that this
translate for the
relationship,
crowd.
in his banana.
this relationship is not. It has no future. But you're still staying there because you feel like, oh, but he's good. He's good in bed, or he gives me money. But you know that other qualities. So because you're staying blind to those things, then love is blind. Now back to my point. Love at first sight. People fall in love with love at first sight, and there are times whereby maybe you might not be sure that okay,
It'll
maybe
work.
she's not my type. But because there are times when I've been chilling with girls that are not really my type, but the more time I spent with them, the more I was falling for them. It's like maybe I was being blind to their beauty, but because of the way they treated me nice, I was like, man, we could actually make this work.
Can I just
Now,
say
see-
minutes? Sorry, go on.
Sorry. Yeah. God, I forgot my train of thought. Okay, so
Sorry.
see, yeah, naturally, yeah, if you spend enough time with someone,
Yeah.
you will gain some form of likeness towards them.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No matter how much you do not find them attractive, if you spend enough time with them, you like them to a certain extent. Yeah? That being said, yeah, like a lot of people are taking shit. Cause okay, like there's this fucked up thing I saw on Twitter one time, yeah, and a guy was tweeting something one time. Was like, if you love bomb someone enough, that even when you fuck up, they will make excuses for you in their head.
True.
So that's what some people
Women
do.
love
They
doing
just
that.
suffocate some people with love,
Yeah.
just so they can get away with so much more. So
That's
sometimes, man, like you just have to be alert when you see those red flags. Like love is not blind. Open your eyes.
True.
I say love is blurry. That's what. No, I fully think love is blurry because I feel like sometimes you fall so deep in love that you're willing to look past certain things. So it becomes extremely blurry. And I feel like no matter what relationship you're in this life, it's a game of give and take, of compromisation. So I feel like love is blurry because once you're in it, you're willing to let go of certain things. And it might be things that you are like 100% like, nah. But because you love the person so much, all of a sudden that vision gets blurry.
Sure, at least you're right though, because there's always like a little bit of compromise.
Yeah.
I think relationships are a lot of compromisation.
The sad thing is that sometimes people like can get into a relationship for the wrong reasons. Or even if, let's say, for example, I'm seeing this girl, maybe I'm not sure if we could be compatible together. Sometimes we have to understand that we have to give some like sort of leeway or probation to say that after 3 months, after 1 year, if I feel like maybe this relationship is not going anywhere, you release them. And I understand that sometimes we might be sucked into deep, like say maybe, like I said, like the intimacy side of things, maybe it takes good care of you.
Intimacy
maybe,
fucks you up.
Maybe he's lacking in other things. But if you feel like there's no future at all, because I don't like people that will date someone for like 5 years.
And it goes nowhere.
And then it goes nowhere. And then they tell you
Can
like,
I ask you about something
Yeah.
on this topic? Soul ties. Do you believe in soul ties? Because I feel like that's where people end up dating for like years and it goes nowhere. Soul ties.
I don't know.
define that first.
So for me, a soul tie, this one is really hit.
Let me look it up.
But
on
a
Google.
soul tie to me
Yeah,
is when you are attached to someone and you just can't seem to get away from them. You can move on and be in another relationship and date people for so many years, but you still somehow always think back to those people.
The definition,
you got the
for
definition,
you?
Go for it.
So a soul tie is an emotional and spiritual connection between two people. It can be formed through relationships and interactions with certain individuals such as family members, friends, co-workers, romantic partners, even pets.
So for me, I feel like I was in a relationship with someone because I feel like I was soul tied to them, not because they were good for me.
But there's a difference between feeling soul tied and being actually soul tied.
No. Because the reason why I say I believe it was soul tied was like I knew the relationship was toxic and I should have left it a long time ago. But I didn't.
Do you think your soul's tied because you were having...
I don't feel like it's tied anymore.
But like, do you feel like sex is also...
I feel like it plays a massive factor in it, but also I'm going to take the sexual aspect out of it. But I remember at one point, this is something that I feel like I've learned for myself now in future relationships. I remember praying to God and be like, God, make this person my husband. Instead of praying and asking God, is this my husband? So when I became so tied to this person, and now that I'm out of the relationship, it's so weird because it's like I still sometimes think about that person, even if it's not in a good way.
Which is natural.
It can be like in a bad way. But I feel like it's nearly like a soul tie because I gave so much of myself to that person.
Yeah.
And this is why I also feel like people end up in relationships for like 5-6 years because they're soul tied. It's not love.
Yeah, but sometimes people can be naive. Because to be honest, like
True.
one of my frustrations or disappointment that I see with girls is that they don't ask the hard questions. You need to ask a guy, like, what's your plan? Where do you see us moving?
So wait, how do you feel about the what are we question then? Because that's the hard questions, no?
The what?
The what are we?
What are we?
Let's say, for example, we're dating and stuff, and it's been like maybe 3 months, and I ask you, oh, what are we?
Yes.
Like, what are we?
We are human beings.
Yeah, we'll say we are boyfriend and girlfriend. We are boyfriend and girlfriend. And
No,
then
but see, I feel
No, but
like
you haven't asked me. So you haven't asked me to be your girlfriend. So I'm just like, okay, what are we? Like, where is this going?
I
Where
also
do you
feel
see
like
me?
this is a lesson that I feel like women should learn, and this is a lesson that I've learned for myself. If you have to ask a man, what are we? You're not for him.
True, I hear that.
Because I feel like when a man wants you, he tells you.
True.
He lets you know. If you ever have to question where you are with somebody, it's because
That
you're
was
not
very true,
important to
actually.
them.
I hear that
Full
still.
stop.
Not true.
On Twitter, just a side note. Someone said, I asked him, what are we? He said, we are the best music.
Girl, run.
We the
That man is
DJ
taking you
Khaled.
another one. That's what he's
Another
doing when
one.
you're gone. Another one.
What's it called? I have 2 more would you rathers. You guys
Oh,
thought
I
you was
love
done. You guys thought you could run away. Calm. So, would you rather bad body, great sex? Great sex.
Bad
Or
what?
Bad body,
bad
like,
body,
they,
like
they,
pain
they-
body.
Physically, they're just not it.
Yeah.
But great sex, or great body, like amazing 10 out of 10 body, and bad sex.
Yo, great sex, man. Easy choice.
Great sex, bad body. If
Yeah.
say no more.
100%.
I like my
I have
girls
no
BB
experience
dubs.
in these things.
Guys said that. Yo, purely virgin.
Maybe.
Wait, girls, what
I mean,
about you?
because if you dip it, yeah, like if the sex is good,
Yeah.
that means
They're
you're
gonna come
attracted
back.
to them on a certain level.
No,
Because
'cause
like,
men-
what could she
men
possibly
can't-
be doing?
I-
What
Men
could she
can have
possibly be
sex
doing
with
that would be that
women.
mind
I'm
blowing?
sorry, I want both.
God
okay?
bless you. This is my standards.
No, of course,
No,
of
Men,
course.
men can have sex with women and not be attracted to them.
Yeah. Say
You see,
that
there's
again.
a saying that
No,
Is the
it's not.
camera
It's not.
on
It's
her?
not. Well, at least not. It's not the same for me though.
there's
Like,
a saying that women need love to enjoy sex. Men need sex to feel loved.
I don't think we need love to enjoy. Nah, don't look at me.
No,
I'm
no.
not speaking from
No, but you see, the thing is,
I don't
most
think you need
girls, yeah,
love.
they want you to put in the work before they can spread their legs.
Not
for
all
you.
the time, sir. Not all the time. Guy.
Not all the
Not all
time.
the time. I hear you. Like,
Good
more
women.
times than
We'll
not.
say good women.
More times, I feel like even, this is a theory kind of. I feel like a higher woman goes, the less men she can actually attract, because the higher she goes up, the less men she's attracted to. So sometimes she has to go down. And she only wants the man for
Do you know what?
this one thing.
This actually goes back to what Jordan was talking about the other
What is
day
it?
about the tall girl syndrome. Remember, he was talking about it with like a podcast. He says that, okay, in this life, right, women, I don't know why it's called tall girl woman because it's not specifically about tall girls, but men, because they value looks over like achievements,
Yeah.
it becomes harder for women who have achievement to get good guys.
Yeah.
And it kind of falls back. I think the reason why it's tall girls syndrome is because guys who are tall can date tall and short girls, but girls who are tall tend to only be able to date tall men. So when guys date women, they can date women who are successful. They can date women who are unsuccessful. But when it comes to like women, it reaches a point, especially when you're successful, you tend to only want to date successful men, which puts those women in a special bracket. And I feel like when you're a woman in that sort of bracket, like, because it's so hard for us to find good men, because it's now very, very rare. I'm telling you now, a lot of these women will just settle for sex.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't agree with that, because it's just the same thing that you guys were talking about, a man working in Tesco. Because if I bring it to this,
Not him,
let's say for example, an analogy, like say Matthias just came from like say maybe Nigeria. He's maybe like 29, 28. He never had the same opportunities like you did. And maybe just as a start off, he starts working in Tesco. But his vision is not to always work in Tesco. Because to be honest, there are people that will work in Tesco and they're happy with that for the rest of their life.
Yes.
You see?
I
So
agree.
for me, I would value discipline and vision. That, okay, he's trying to better himself. You see?
Do you know what? I think we had a lot of people confused with that pod. Maybe we didn't explain ourselves. That's what that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Me dating someone in Tesco isn't a problem when he has a vision for himself and he's not planning on staying in Tesco for the rest of life.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I cannot date a man who's willing to stay in Tesco all his life.
Willing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just feel like my grind is a lot higher than that. So I feel like if I was to date someone like that, eventually you get on my nerves
And even
because
just-
your
sorry.
energy is not matching mine.
Even just to piggyback on that, sometimes, there's even like, more times than not, like, a guy in Tesco's won't go for me because I look like I will spend all this money.
No, baby.
It's not
I
even
think they
that,
will.
yeah. Like I feel like a
No,
bigger
they won't.
reason.
Because they haven't.
I think maybe you've not been around them.
Why?
It's like me saying short guys don't go for me because I'm tall.
But I think it's the
They
same
do.
thing. I'm like not that I'm. Anyways, what were we gonna say?
I mean, I feel like a bigger reason is like most guys, at least. Well, let me not say most guys. Let me say some guys. Yeah, they're intimidated by women that are powerful or more,
Me, that's my
or
biggest
more,
problem.
or
Yeah.
like let's say, richer than them or doing better than
They
them
don't
in
have
life.
to, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't
don't
even
have
think it's always about money. I think it's sometimes the way you look. I think some guys look at me and they think they'll never have a chance.
That's what I mean by the Tesco guys, because Tesco guys would less likely
Yeah,
go
but
for.
I don't think all Tesco guys are like that. I feel like if you come across someone who's confident enough, whether they work in Tesco or not, they'll look at you and they'll still move to you. Yeah, because
Fair.
there's guys
But it's
out there
less
who
likely,
end up-
though.
because I'm not going to use Tesco as an example. There's this one girl I know who was dating someone who was like a barber, and she's a girl she was a nurse. She was gaining money. She was going to this guy about like monthly demands, what she wanted. This barbershop man who was not making the peas that he needed continued dating her, and he spent all his money trying to wife this babe. So eventually he ran out. I don't want to say it's equivalent to Tesco. I'm not even going to rely, but like people in Tesco be making bank. Like some people in Tesco be legit making 30, 40, 50K a year, depending on how high you go up. But I'm like, that was someone who was just dating someone out of his means.
I hear you, but like,
Me dating a Tesco man, I don't think it equates to his salary, number one.
Of course.
I think it's more so for me with a drive.
yeah, the
Of,
drive
like,
is important. And I do agree
the
with you on
drive
that one.
and the business frame of mind. I cannot date someone who's comfortable just stacking shelves. I need someone who's willing to work up the ladder, because that's the type of person I am. It's not got to do with pay, because like from what I've even learned, some people in Tesco are making bank.
What would you like rather him obviously work in Tesco's with his vision and approach you, or wait till he's achieved his vision and then approach you?
You can approach me if you have a vision and you're working.
But
in
which would you
Tesco's.
prefer?
I would actually prefer, because I'm willing to build with someone. I don't need you to have your shit together now.
Barbara?
I need you to be
Barbara,
the
working
relationship
towards
that builds
it.
together is much better.
You
than
can work in a barber shop
You
as
finding
long
your-
as you have a vision to
It's
work
a
to something.
lot more
because
romantic too.
There's more romantic to it because you know each other's struggle.
That's it. I'm all about. I'm okay with
I
you
hear
not reaching your final destination.
Yeah.
But there needs to get to a point where there is a destination.
Fairs. I hear
Because
you.
honestly, I thank you God that I've been blessed to have had my struggle when I was younger. But there's a lot of people my age who are struggling now.
Yeah.
I was just lucky enough to have Susie and all of this stuff to help me with my struggle while I was growing. And now that I'm here, I'm okay and I'm blessed. But as you said, not everybody has those struggles.
Yeah.
I'm willing to date someone who's in their struggle period now, because I'm not a high maintenance babe. I would appreciate the person that you are, and I'm willing to work through it. But the only thing that makes it scary for women is when we date men like this, is that when they tend to be successful, they sometimes forget the women that was there through the
Facts.
struggle.
It's
And
very
that's
That's
risky.
discipline I was telling you about.
It's risky.
Does this man have a wandering eye?
That's where
Does
it
he go
becomes
climbing
very
every
risky.
week?
Because when
Is he matured in his head?
Exactly. When
Yeah.
men get to another level of elevation, all of a sudden they forget the babe that
And
was with
that's
them while
why
they
I'm
were struggling,
saying-
and feel like they're on another level to date other women who are now on that level.
Babe, and that's
Exactly.
why I'm saying that I do feel like it's better. Obviously, you had your Tesco job and you had the drive, but it's better sometimes for him to meet you when he's, because then he's less likely to deem.
Not
you know
necessarily.
what? The
Not
only reason
necessarily.
why
Not all the time, but
the
just
only reason
aspects.
why I don't agree with that is
Living
just
high maintenance, babe.
not just even high maintenance, babe, but in this economic climate, it's actually getting harder and
tough.
harder for us to reach the top at a younger age.
True.
People are not becoming
Yeah,
ridiculously
no one is lucky as you
successful
are, yeah.
until their 30s
Yeah.
now. Because look at it, like a lot, like now I'm in my late 20s. A lot of my friends are doing well now, but we're in our late 20s. We're not in our early 20s.
Yeah.
So people in their early 20s are not going to be dating people who are mad successful. And there's guys I know who are not as successful as me and my female friends. Does that mean that we shouldn't date the guys within our range? No, but like I'll date you if you have your vision and your goal.
Yeah, true.
I'm not going to turn around and say, no, I don't think you're good enough for me because you haven't hit your peak.
True.
Because sometimes, as you said, it's amazing when you're dating while you're struggling and you get to celebrate the peaks
100%,
together.
yeah.
But I honestly genuinely
for me,
believe that men
yeah.
forget a lot of women once they reach their peak.
For me, 3 things I look at: vision, discipline, and belief. Because if a man is really truly devoted to his belief, like I presume you're all Christians, yeah? Like when he feels like I have a purpose, like, you know, because like I'm not trying to preach or anything, but it says when you put God in the center of your marriage, then that marriage is going to last. It's going to be built on a strong foundation. Now, if you
agree
see
with
that
that.
kind of man, he doesn't bring those kind of values.
Yeah.
You have to run, and don't look back.
I get
Run,
a lot
run.
of y'all be going to church, but not be in Christ when you're in church. Don't be these people who go to church on a Sunday. Like it's actually mad because I feel like I've dated some men who are like they count themselves as Christians and they be the ones who do me the dirtiest.
Dirtiest. Like, where
Y'all
is the
who be
great?
going to church and not really be in Christ. Y'all are nasty.
Now, I'll be honest. I go to church on a regular basis, and me going to church is not a box ticking exercise. I actually love God, and I see the growth in me. And I also
Y'all
have to
hear
admit
that,
that I'm
ladies?
weak. I can be weak
Ladies out here.
sometimes. You see, I can be
We're
weak
human.
sometimes.
We're human.
You see,
Yeah.
we're human at the end of the day. So, and one of the frustrations, or maybe let me just say that it kind of like disappointment with girls, is that sometimes you're so quick to cut a guy off. Because sometimes a guy might have a moment of weakness. You see, that doesn't define him.
Wait, but what would you count as a moment of weakness?
Yeah, I was about
Okay,
to
so
ask
for
that.
example, yeah. Say for example, I invite you to my house. I understand that 80% of the time is people end up clatting, or you think like maybe want to clat. Do you know what I mean?
Clatting is
But if
Research,
you're
aka
insecure, why not just ask me like, what's the plan? If I tell you that we're gonna watch a movie, I'm gonna make you some food.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've had something like that once where someone told me we were gonna watch a movie and make some food, and it ended up being a thing where he actually started being ridiculously inappropriate.
Now you see the
So
thing
now
is-
but see, this is me coming from a place of
Okay,
trauma.
okay.
Now it
Yeah.
terrifies me when someone says,
Yeah.
"I'm going to your house that early on."
Yes.
Because now I'm like, what image or
But do you
idea
believe
have
that
in my
there's
head?
20% of men that don't do those such things?
That's true though, but like
You
at
see?
the end of the day though, like
Yeah.
you just have to like because
Communicate, ask.
no, it's not even about communication. You're like now if you're meeting someone for the first time, I don't think inviting over to your place is a good idea. At
Yeah,
least
100%,
except maybe
yeah.
you guys have had that conversation now. You guys are
Yeah.
okay, yes, so we're yet to fuck.
Yeah, but it's not always the case. You see, sometimes I think we've kind of like engraved these kind of ideas that if it's always like this, then it's always like this. For me, I would appreciate if you ask me the direct question: what are we going to do?
Oh no, it's all about making
Even if I
them
have
feel
that
safe.
moment of weakness.
But see, I also think it's because at that point, even if someone asks you a direct question, it still depends on if she trusts you enough for your answer. You can give me an answer and be like, no,
the
does not mean
amount
that that's
of
what's
guys that have
happen
told
there.
me, come over. I say, okay, cool, but I'm not doing anything. Yeah, girl, we're not doing anything. That was the plan. And then try to do something when I land.
But anyways,
No.
even if they try to do something and you tell them no, for me it's like if they try to do it again and keep on insisting, like
It's assault.
they're like breaking the boundary. That's when
Yeah.
you're allowed to be like, okay, now I can cut you off, like because you've given
You know,
me the
I think you're just looking at it from your point of view, because like it's easy to
I
see
think
from your
it's
point of view,
very
because
different for
you
women.
feel like okay, yes, you're innocent,
safe.
like yeah, you
Because
don't
you're
you
someone who's
cause
safe
you cause
and you
someone
don't
harm.
have that mind. I
Yeah.
think it's.
But
That's
if
why
you
you're
really
saying
dip
that.
it, a lot of people are not that good
They're
of a
dangerous.
person.
Nope.
A lot of people are not. A lot of people just be like,
No.
okay, yes. So far she's coming to my house, she knows what's about to happen.
You be still be saying no to some guys and they be pushing. They
Yeah.
be pushing those boundaries because they're waiting for a moment of weakness and slipping
Yep.
for them to come and take advantage. That's
Men
the
are-
unfortunate
men are
thing
huge
with men.
chancers.
It's just you just happen to be a good guy.
Yeah. And men also have audacity. Yeah. What's it called them? So, Ife,
Yeah?
you like basketball?
Hey,
What's been going on in the basketball community? Give us a before it was last.
Lakers and the Warriors.
This question I just asked now just made me remember like one TikTok I saw recently. Like it was just a girl, and basically like title of TikTok is like explaining basketball to the hotties and the gays.
I need to
What
watch
is what?
that.
Yeah, and it's so funny, but she was really breaking it down like so that you can have a conversation with your man and be able
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
But yeah,
I know a little about basketball. A little.
But yeah, anyways, there's a playoffs going on at the moment. Do you guys actually know anything about basketball?
I
Yeah,
do.
I know some
I used to
what?
play a little basketball in
dribble,
college. I know.
travel.
Tash, do you?
Yeah, I have played basketball.
Post
okay.
guard, shooting
Could you say
guard.
Coast Guard?
I
It's
said
just
post.
I don't watch it.
Post guard.
You don't
Post.
watch it?
I said post.
Yeah, I think
You have
Post
your
guard.
guards.
played in the early hours.
That's not
Yeah.
Vicious.
Why is basketball
There's
like?
no
Post
post.
players.
There's no post players. There are forwards and there are guards.
You don't have post players because when I played
I
basketball,
mean, there's a post move, but it's a basketball
from when
move.
Yeah, I
maybe
hear it.
it's different times with different countries.
Yeah.
Because back when I used to play in Ireland, post players were the people who like if you're doing a triangle formation, the post players were always the ones under the basket. They were post players.
Those are the big men. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
the-
bitches. I was a big bitch.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Post move. Like it's
Well,
called.
we used to call them post players. That's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
I'm just going from like the way I was.
Except it's
taught.
different. Yeah, but like basically it's called
You have
post
your
move.
point guards.
Yeah, you have your guards and you have the forwards, yeah?
Yeah.
So the guards are just two, the point guard and the shooting guard.
Yeah.
Then you have the forwards, small forward, and the power forward. Then you have the center.
Is a power forward someone who like dribbles towards? I don't know. I'm
I
just,
Curry.
mean, do you guys really want me to break it down?
I feel like
No, we
I
don't
feel
have all
like
the
Curry would
time.
be a shooting because that guy
Curry-
is
Curry
three quarters
shooting guard
from a
or-
distance.
No,
is crazy.
Curry is a point guard.
Is he a point guard?
He's a point guard.
Yeah, I knew that.
Wow, you know,
Do you
you know
play
point guards
basketball?
are
I mean,
the
he's
ones
the
who can
greatest
do it
shooter,
all.
though.
Point guards tend to be the ones who do it all. Is it? They're able to do it all, like dribble the ball and shoot.
Yes. Point
Ife,
guards
do you play-
generally.
do you play basketball?
I do.
How often?
Not as much as I would like, to be honest.
Do you have like some sort of team?
Yeah, I do.
Like
You want to play?
I play dodgeball every Wednesday
Dodgeball.
and football on Sunday.
That's
football
most
Sunday.
random.
It is quite an interesting game.
Dodgeball.
See,
I am not
bet
playing
it is
any
because
sport.
I've seen it in movies and shit, and it
I'm
looks
not
fun
playing
as fuck.
the wall where they're throwing balls at me. Basketball's a no contact sport. That's why we like it.
Basketball has no contact.
It's
But
supposed
the
to be no
contact
contact
though, the balls are
because the
soft.
minute
Yeah,
the
the
minute
balls
it
are soft,
becomes
yeah.
contact, that's when it's like a foul. Like once, come on.
The
I mean,
balls are
agreed,
soft.
agreed. If there's like
It's
aggressive
supposed to be.
contacts,
I actually think basketball is so fucking dangerous, mate. No joke.
no,
No joke.
agreed. Yeah, if there's like aggressive contact, is a foul. Yeah, but that still won't stop.
I think
It doesn't stop them,
Next
but
guy.
it's supposed to
is
be
rugby. Rugby is the one which is really-
American football.
No, that is all about contact.
That one,
How
their
often
brain
do you
is
play
like.
basketball? Is that like some sort of group chat or do you guys?
I
play?
don't
I mean,
chat.
I think I might want to.
I'm on a couple of group chats, but like I mostly play football at the moment. But that's just because
okay.
of I'm in Dublin.
Yeah, I
like,
play football every Sunday as well, 5-a-side.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Anyways, Ross has a theory.
Oh my
Okay,
god, when it
go on.
comes to basketball, I'm so sick of dating men like this because how come all the men that I date who are interested in basketball, right? They don't support teams. They support LeBron James. They're unfaithful men, ladies. Do not date them.
Do not
They
But that's
are
very true,
unfaithful.
though.
The fact they can't pick one team
They
and
can't.
stick to it,
stick to it.
unfaithful.
Excessive
Unloyal.
cheaters, like Arsenal
Liars. Cheaters.
Yeah.
Those LeBron James. Those LeBron James fans.
LeBron James.
They're unloyal.
Yeah.
I mean that's true though. Like LeBron fans, they always move wherever he goes.
Wherever he goes, from
Yeah.
Lakers to Cleveland Cavaliers.
But that's fine though. Like it's fine to support a player. It's fine to stand someone though. Isn't it fine?
But they're not supporting a team, they're supporting a man.
Like me now, personally,
They're
yeah.
unloyal.
Personally, at least as of now, like my best basketball player is Kevin Durant.
For
Yeah.
you.
So
Yes.
But he has his
He
own.
also played, Kevin Durant, he played, was it Lakers or the
Warriors.
Warriors.
But
he
you know
played on
what,
Warriors.
Before that, did he used to play for Cavaliers?
No, that was LeBron.
Lakers.
I also
No.
have that in football.
Kevin Durant.
What
But he's always been on the Warriors.
No. He started his career at Sonics.
Sorry.
I have that in football. Messi, wherever Messi goes,
Exactly.
I'm
Like
there.
yeah, no
Are
joke.
you Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Those are men with commitment issues.
I feel like you
No,
can definitely.
They have commitment
I think
issues,
if you're a Messi
ladies.
fan, yeah, because the reason why I like Messi, it's beyond football. He's a family guy. and you know what
Exactly.
Do you know one thing I like about Messi? Yeah? What you know, whenever he's taking pictures with female fans or like celebrities,
His hands are
his hands always like this. He never touches them. A journalist,
LeBron James is also supposed to be
journalist
a
asked
family
him,
man.
Why are your hands always? So he said that because some rumors started swirling around that maybe his wife is too strict, she doesn't allow him. He said no, I just don't want people getting the wrong impression.
So, what do you think about Ronaldo followers? What's your personal opinion?
Cocky.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah, like me, my own opinion is that there are mad people on both ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
That's
not
one
Messi.
opinion.
Messi fans are calm, just like the man
Yeah,
himself.
I do feel like that's it. Like usually from people who support Messi, I do feel like they're a bit more humbler
Yeah.
and calmer. Where people that support Ronaldo, they're like man, they give
Yeah,
Manchester
like
United
show-offs,
men
like, you know.
vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's
too
called
much ego.
people that support Curry? What are they like?
I mean, okay, yes, I would say this though, yeah.
Go on.
Now you could tell, like, you could tell kind of basketball fans on is by the team they support or by the player they support. Yeah. Now
So
people,
yeah, go through that.
people
I wanna-
that support Warriors,
Warriors.
people that support Warriors and Curry, those are people that just started watching basketball.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
start,
me.
let's start
do you
watching
guys watch any
basketball.
If
I watch football here, like
World Cup,
depends.
I don't
Champions
watch
League.
sports.
I won't lie to you. I
Maybe
only watch
World Cup,
football if I know
maybe.
the guy I'm dating
Oh,
is
I
watching
haven't
football.
watched it in a while.
Not gonna lie, if I
Bond.
dated a girl that enjoys football, that's like cherry on top of.
Is
There's
it?
plenty of girls out there.
That's
Yeah,
not
they
really-
actually
There's few.
love them.
There's few. There's
Yeah.
few. There's
No,
few
there are
that-
a lot. Trust me.
there's
there are
I
a
would
few
be
that
more
actually
keen
follow
to
football.
watch basketball
Follow
than I
football is
would be
different
to
than
watch
watching it.
football.
Yeah.
I find basketball more interesting than football.
Basketball, yeah.
Wait, what football teams do you guys support, real quick?
Liverpool.
I'd rather not say.
Liverpool are meant to
What
be
is it?
common.
Arsenal,
No.
Man U.
Chelsea.
Man U.
Chelsea.
Oh, that's calm.
But yeah.
Someone said that Chelsea men, they're either on the verge of bankruptcy or the verge of
doing
like
really well.
a lot of like having money. There's no in between.
Damn.
Why are you?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I find men that don't support football or watch football strange.
I've heard guys say that. Why?
I feel,
I'm not
okay,
gonna lie.
mine is not
I
just
find it
any guy though.
One
Mine
thing
is
I need
like
to do, I need to stay away from the
Nigerian
basketball
men
men.
that grew up in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If you don't like football, it feels weird.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you like football? Like,
But what if they're into basketball? Like,
okay, yeah.
Nigeria, like in
There are some people
Nigeria,
that are into basketball.
football
and
is
not
bigger in Nigeria than basketball.
yeah, so it's kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah, but just me as a life
It's
lesson.
like a girl that doesn't know how to cook. I find that girl weird.
Hey. But cooking is a life skill.
I'm not saying that it's a
Some
gender.
people know how to cook, it
I'm
just
not
doesn't
saying, I'm not
taste
saying,
nice.
I'm not trying to make it like it's a gender kind of thing, yeah. But it's because the way to a man's heart is through his belly, you know. Like men like to brag about, oh, my wife can cook, my girl can cook the food.
I
she
mean, I
cooks
do
is
like to
amazing.
eat sharp.
And it's that one thing. It's like a man that can't
Some guys know, but some guys are okay
some guys can marry a
with
girl.
Like a guy
who
can't
can't
provide.
cook as long as they can cook. As long as somebody knows how
I
to
mean,
cook.
cook, yeah, but
I cannot cook
For
for
me,
shit,
it's the
but
laziness. For me, it's the
it's not a
laziness.
deal breaker for
If
me.
that's a life skill.
No,
It
trust me,
is
I
a
know.
life skill. No, but you have to understand
Trust me, I
that
know.
some women, they spoil. I think, you see, the thing is, women are backbone of society. You're the one who raised children. Like
Yeah.
a child spends more time with a mother. So I think like mothers and even sisters, you have to mold your brothers to learn how to learn these life skills.
Yeah.
Because when they grow up,
I have
They
one
can
brother
implement them.
who's a bit questionable, and then I have one brother who's got great life skills. Yeah.
I hear it.
I
It's
just
raised by the same mom.
it's
just
like a
not
man who can
patience for
provide.
it.
Because what makes a man? Because back in the days, a man went hunting and he brought the food and the woman cooked. You see, he's the one who did the donkey work in farming and everything, and the woman cooked.
I
So
feel- I agree
that's
with
why
that.
it's a bit strange. Like when I see, because at the end of the day, I also don't want my children to be feeding
Can you
off
cook?
McDonald's.
Can you cook,
Yeah,
Tash?
yeah, 100%.
okay, as long as you can cook.
yeah,
Would
you
you
see,
cook
the
for your
thing is,
girl?
I live with my sister, so
can't just
obviously
survive, I
I can't
can't
just
cook.
rely on her to be cooking all the time, and she's a student.
This
So.
man is just so respectful to
Yeah,
women.
so
No, it's not
He's
okay.
making you look bad.
Ah, very bad.
It's because I don't want my kids feeding off McDonald's every week and then turning to look like a balloon.
Bro,
Like,
see,
after what? Nah.
when I first got to Dublin, I
have to eat
suffered.
healthy.
My goodness, I suffered.
Wait, hell, wait.
Like I was basically
Wait, but we need to cycle back to the fact that you said you don't cook, but it's not a deal breaker for your partner to know. how
No,
to
it's
cook.
not actually.
So who's gonna cook?
Because like
I
I've
know.
been surviving
Vibes.
all these years
Hello Fresh.
without knowing how to cook.
And this is
I
why
don't even like
Otirin.
takeaway.
This is why Otirin. This
But-
is why
but-
there's no meat on your bone.
So trust me, that's not why. Because I ate like an animal.
What are you eating?
But guys, to be honest, yeah, living with my sister was the biggest blessing because when I was living by myself as well, I used to just mix garbage and I was like, yeah. Not really garbage, I was just like this
On
will do.
Dongo's pod, one of
know?
the guys was talking about that he has a struggle meal, that it's food that he cooks, but he was so embarrassed to even ever mention what it is. If you guys had a struggle meal, what would your struggle meal
See, yeah, there have been times where I've eaten some questionable things.
Okay, tell us.
Because like if you went to the university I went to, you understand.
In Niger University,
I
you know what?
went-
We're gonna cycle
Yeah,
back into
oh.
that. But tell us something questionable that you've eaten.
You know Gary, yeah?
Yeah.
You know when you're drinking Gary.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes like
I love Gary.
So
yeah,
scared.
like I've been eating Gary and Chin Chin before. Like, like you take
No,
one.
Gary and Ekpa, Gary and Chin
There was no granite, so you just
No,
put Chin
Granite, so
Chin.
you
You just
put
put Chin Chin. So I
Do
just
you know
take
what?
Gary.
I hear it because Chin Chin's rock hard.
And see, yeah, like trust me when I tell you this, yeah, it bangs.
I'm goddamn
For me, it's noodles and baked beans.
noodles and baking.
Get out.
Do you know what is weird, guys?
You need to leave.
I know noodles is supposed to be like a struggle meal, but I love Indomie dye. I love Indomie.
Indomie's elite,
Guys,
please.
I
Indomie's
make
elite,
my
please.
Indomie gourmet. Like I've put prawns, I put crabs.
You see, I don't know how to cook, yeah, but if I make noodles for you, you fall in love.
Bro, you need to start learning how to cook now. For your own sake.
You hear that? You hear that,
No, guys,
sir?
hello, Mr. B. Big
And if
Beans
you
and
want your wife
Indomie
to love
noodles.
you, yeah, like
Oh.
to call you a legend, and if you want your wife to give you more, learn how to cook.
Give him more
You
what?
see. Now I could, now like okay. There was, I've had,
Kit Kat.
there was,
Vajaja.
there was someone I was seeing at a particular time, yeah, and I just wanted to do something nice, and like I just opened YouTube, learned how to cook jollof. I made jollof.
And there's a lot of videos on TikTok.
Did
too.
your
But-
jollof bang, was it too soft,
It
too
was
hard,
it was
too
actually
mushy?
good. It was like I won't say like it was great, but it was good. Yeah.
It was edible, you mean?
No, it was actually good. Not edible. It was good. Yeah. But that was the first time
One of
I
my
made
friends,
jollof.
one of my friends, he cooks better than his wife. He's my idol.
No.
All
Like
I
not
know
even of
is
the opinion
and
that
for
men
my
cook
future
better than
man
women.
is going to be
Men
fed
actually cook better than
well.
women.
I can cook.
Yeah.
My future man.
Well,
will
yeah, I
be
always
fed
Ross
well.
can cook.
every
I'm
time
like-
every time I listen to the podcast, I always hype your cooking.
Then you need to
I
up
can
your
cook.
skills. Yeah.
No,
And I'm very
yo,
proud.
Tash,
This
yo,
is
don't
how
come
you
for
know-
me.
this is how you know I can cook.
I just don't do it often enough. Why? Because that's none of your business.
This is how you know I can cook. My mom came to
That's
visit
because
me
you live
like
with your mom.
2-3
Yeah,
weeks
true.
ago. And she had my IMAC, and even my mom was like, "Yo, Rosalind, I need
love
to try
IMAC.
cook." My mom was
Honestly.
like, "I'm going to start cooking it the way you cook it."
Guys, in
Honestly,
the next
love
episode,
it.
God
Like-
bless all the girls that know how to cook because you are living legends.
I am.
1 second. Okay, guys, comment, follow the Instagram page, follow the TikTok, and you win Rosalind's Ayamache.
And give them
I'm
5 stars
swimming.
on Spotify. You know on Spotify you can.
Best believer I'm going to like and what do you say again?
Like, follow every social media, comment.
fair.
Oh my
'Cause
God,
I
we
actually
should do
like
we can
Ayamache.
actually do like
You
a
see-
giveaway of my
I actually love
IMAC.
Ayamache.
You see on Spotify,
We should do giveaway.
You can give 5 stars. You need to those ratings.
5
Ratings
stars
are-
too,
God
yeah.
bless your life.
Yeah.
They're very important.
God
because-
bless your life. No, honestly, my IMAC is up there.
Nah, I'm still shook by baked beans and noodles. Like,
I'm
oh, that's
screaming. That's a
crazy.
serious struggle meal.
Yeah, but apart from
Chin
that,
and
I'd
Gary
say
over
maybe kidney beans from Tesco. You know the ones. Maybe spinach.
I'm
Kidney
so
beans?
sorry. Kidney
Yeah.
beans only
And-
should
and
only
rice.
be in Jamaican rice and peas.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
makes
that's
sense.
not even
I
kidney
think
beans. That's
the,
why
the noodles and baked
beans.
beans is like I'm lazy, like I haven't cooked.
You know-
just something quickie, you know.
You know that
Baked
one
beans.
thing, one
Baked beans for
one
breakfast
opinion
only.
that I have is that I feel like anybody that likes baked beans is lying because baked beans is trash.
I
Trash as
love
fuck.
baked beans. Do you know what? Yeah, I need to
With
give a
toast.
special shout out to my friend Simone, aka Tida. Her mom has made the best baked beans I've ever had in my life.
Like,
Like,
how do you
I-
make good
And
baked beans?
chakalaka.
No, but
you know
she
the South Africans.
She
they make
adds
nice
like
baked
onions
beans.
and everything
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
Like Simone's mom's baked beans is out of this world. Like I need to know how she cooks it. It's insane.
There's this thing.
Baked beans that come in
called
the can.
chakalaka.
She seasons it up and adds onions and all this stuff to it. It's on
First-
another level. It's
first
not
time I'm hearing
normal.
this.
It's
In
not
Southern
an
Africa,
ordinary
yeah.
baked beans.
Yeah.
Especially South Africans, Zimbabweans, they make nice chakalaka. It's with baked beans.
Chakalaka.
It's called chakalaka.
Yeah,
It's
I've
with
heard of
baked beans.
chakalaka before, but I
It's
didn't know
really
it was
nice.
baked beans.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I think it depends on how you make it.
I
Yeah.
feel like, do you feel like, yeah,
I mean, I like beans, but that's where
Ewa going. I need to learn how to make ewa going sauce. Then I feel like my Nigerian cultural food, I've reached a point. I've reached a point of husband material.
I have a theory. Let me bring it
Oh,
up.
Jesus Christ. Demi and her theories are wild.
I have a theory. Now you guys can disagree. It's quite rascal. If you like, hate me. If you like, love me. I feel like it's hard for men to love themselves, but also be obsessed with their girl. I feel like a man that loves himself too much can't be obsessed with his girl.
Oh, agreed.
Wait, I don't get that analogy though. How do they relate
I think
though?
if he really loves the girl, then
But he loves himself. He
Like me.
obsessed. Not
Wait,
love.
when you say he loves himself, like in what sense?
He thinks like the world of him. He thinks he's like the what's that?
Oh yeah, then it's
expression?
true.
yeah,
Then it's
Narcissistic?
true.
yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
not
Then it's
narciss-
true.
like it's borderline, but not too narcissistic. Like he can still be someone, a
Overly
good guy,
confident
but yeah, like
within
he
himself,
loves. He just
self-love.
love.
That's me.
He supports Manchester United.
that's
Objectively.
me. That's me.
You think so? So you can't be obsessed with your girl.
No, to be honest, if I really love
Healthy
the girl,
obsession.
yeah, no, listen. If I really love the girl, I'll be obsessed with her. You see, if a man really loves you, he will move mountains.
But
He will bring out the
mean,
big
that's-
guns.
at the end of the
He'll bring
day,
out
though,
his
like-
best
But I
behavior.
feel like what you're
Even
saying,
if I love
even-
myself.
But if you love, even you can love yourself, but
Yeah.
you just love the girl more than you love yourself. I think maybe we need to rephrase the question a little bit.
maybe go on.
Like you cannot love yourself fully if you're deeply in love with a woman. I feel like
I disagree.
You can't love yourself
no,
fully.
I'm just trying to rephrase the question. I'm
Okay.
not saying I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm saying that like I feel like what Demi is trying to say is like when you're deeply in love with someone, you love them more than you love yourself.
100%. I'll do that.
I think that's the question she meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
I agree with
if I
that.
really love the girl, man, I'll move mountains, man.
Oh, really?
I'll put my life.
Like
on
that's
the line, yeah.
when like you would even like go
Because
hungry just to feed her
as
or
a
some
man-
shit.
That kind of love
As
is
a man, you're
scary
supposed to be a
though.
Yeah.
That
That's
love
your
is
job.
scary.
Your job as a man is to protect her.
I feel like the only people I can love that deeply are my kids because I'm a little embarrassed.
That's the thing though, like,
if,
it's-
if your wife and your mom are sinking at the same time, who you say first?
Wait, what?
If your mom and your wife are sing like they're drowning.
Wait,
like
you
you're-
say
Yeah, that's it.
mom and wife.
let's say you're in the river or in the ocean.
If that's for you.
So let's say maybe you're in a boat and maybe it falls off and maybe your mom is sinking and your
can't
wife
swim.
is also sinking. So you
Your
have to
mom
save one
can't
person.
swim.
Who are you going to save?
Who you saving Ife? Don't look at me. I'm not your friend.
I'll save my wife.
That's a very difficult question.
That's a hard one.
That's a very
'Cause I
difficult
love my
question.
mom.
I love my mom to
Oh, I
death.
love my dad as well.
I love my mom too.
I love my mom
I
to
love
death.
my dad so much.
I love my mom too. But listen,
Yeah.
that's where as a husband, when you make those vows, those are heavy.
Okay, see,
see,
yeah. Okay,
those are
let me answer that question. Yeah.
Tash, are you single?
Like based off like my mental.
It's just, we need to do wife applications in case you women are wondering. We need to ask the question.
We're gonna put his hinge link
sipping.
in the bio.
Listen,
No hinge, no
Notice what
hinge.
your list-
Direct T block.
Tinder.
I
not
feel
for
like
me.
I've already
T-block.
disappointed
No, for
everyone
me.
just by saying
Hey,
I
ladies,
can't.
T
I
block.
want to meet. I want to meet people the old fashioned. I can't imagine telling my kid I met your mom on Tinder or Hinge. I like to meet people the old fashioned way.
Do you know what? I hear that. But
I don't
I'm
even
still
think
on
I'll
Hinge
find
to
love
talk
on
to
Tinder.
people.
Listen, I'm not.
Tinder's for knacking.
Listen,
Tinder's for
I don't
knacking.
ew. I've never.
I'm
I've
not
downloaded
like
Tinder in
trying to say
years.
bad.
Ew.
I'm not trying to like
But you know what's so funny? It's
Yeah.
like I talk to people on Hinge, but I have no intention of taking anyone seriously.
True.
I'm so sorry.
You know that's one thing women have noticed. Yeah, women just do a lot of shit just because they're bored.
Yup.
I'm
Like-
not gonna lie. I talk to a lot of guys out of boredom, not because I'm interested.
Yeah.
A girl can full on be flirting with you. And
No.
I won't like flirt with guys in the club.
I
Why?
don't
'Cause
mean
I'm
like
bored.
physically flirting. I mean like over
Yeah.
text messages.
guys. We need to have
And-
about this conversation. Yeah. Do you think it's okay for a girl to ask a boy, will you be my boyfriend?
Why not?
Ugh,
I'm
that's
never
just-
asking that question.
Because
I'm so sorry.
I've had about 4 or 5 girls ask me that.
Hey,
And if that happens, I'll run away.
Stash.
I'll run away. Honestly.
I can tell you are a problematic man. You said, of course, she should come and ask you to be her
Of course,
boyfriend.
he's problematic. He's
No.
Yoruba.
No.
Let's see.
The only job for a woman is to show yourself. Shoot your shot, but not tell the guy that I like you or you
I
be
would
my
never
But
boyfriend.
shoot
that's
my
the
shots.
thing there. That's
I can tell him
one
I
thing.
like him.
That's one thing I really fucking
This is
dig
when
though.
me
But
and
Demi,
Demi
I'd
differ.
rather you show me than tell me.
Show you I like you.
I'ma show you.
A woman's
I'm never gonna tell you that I'm
job
into
is to
you.
squeeze.
But that's the thing though, like
words out of
it's
a man.
actually sexy as
see?
fuck though.
That when she moves to you.
Like a girl moving to you, like when I mean moving to you, I don't mean like telling you that oh she wants to fuck you. I mean like moving to you like
But see, the thing is, when I do that, like I'm problematic as well. I'm fully taking ownership of this. I'm problematic as well. There was this guy I knew who sort of fancied me. So we were in a nightclub situation, and this guy was trying to move to me, some UK guy, but he was bae. He was moving to everyone in the nightclub. So I saw him coming, trying to come back and talk to me. So as a distraction, I turned around to that guy who I knew had a crush on me. And just conveniently, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion WAP was playing. So I grabbed him by the face. I looked at him in his eyes, and I was whispering the lyrics of the song in his ear. Did I have any intention of doing anything?
No.
No.
I won't like move to guys in the club because it's fun.
What?
It's a sport.
I'm not gonna lie. Even
Yeah, but
man,
girls.
man was like,
but
I can't look at you."
if we should do it now,
But you see, okay.
No,
Let
guys
me
do
just
it all
give
the
you a
time.
quick
Don't say-
example. Let me just give you a
Guys do
quick
that all the
example.
time.
Go on, Tash.
It's in the Bible, yeah.
Go on.
You see, David.
Yeah.
David.
Yes, he's taking us
That
to
woman,
church.
that woman that Bathsheba, when she went to shower outside, she knew what she was doing. And
No.
what kind of person goes to shower
Tash, get out.
on top of?
Women always know what they're doing.
what's name?
We always,
Wait, wait,
we
wait,
are
wait,
too
wait,
calculated.
wait,
We
wait,
know
wait,
what we're
no,
doing.
Do you think, but she was showering? David shouldn't have been on that roof. He should have been as a man focusing on his business. But he was like strolling the roof. But she was just,
Yes.
he caught her. She didn't go out to shower in a
she
public
knew
place.
that the king is always at the roof at this particular
No,
time.
he's not. He
So
wasn't
she
supposed to
knew
be
it.
there.
She had to make a plan that okay.
No, Tash,
he's
he
always
I need to read
2
my
o'clock,
Bible.
he's always at the bar.
Tash,
I don't even know the story
No,
to say that.
Tash,
That's what I'm just.
no, I know the
Read
story.
my
Tash,
Bible.
no,
Yeah.
he wasn't supposed to be on that roof. What that story.
These are
portrays-
enough good I go to
Damn it, let's
church.
rewind. What
This
kind
is
of
King
person?
David, yeah?
What kind of person
I'm
goes
just
to
taking
shower
notes
on top of
for
the
me
roof?
to go on.
She wasn't showering on top
She
of the
was.
roof.
What was she doing?
When you're on the roof, what can you see? Everything. He was looking at everything, and obviously through window angles, he couldn't see. He saw her showering.
Yeah.
He should have been on that roof as a man. He
Yeah,
should
but
have been.
she knew what she was doing.
No, Tash. That's not. I don't agree with
Okay,
that.
we'll leave that. But all I'm just
Wait,
saying,
guys,
all I'm
just for
trying
the
to say is-
non-Bible
Yeah.
readers like you guys, was that King David, yeah?
Yeah.
I just want to brush up on my Bible skills. I just said, let me go and
Yeah,
read
King
through
David
it.
and Bathsheba.
We got
You
some
know,
work
like,
to, we got some work
I'm
to do.
just happy you
Ife.
spoke up
He
first
called
because
her
like I
in
didn't want to be
the
the first one to
But
ask
anyway,
you Shiba.
I have no
The
shame.
point I'm trying to make is, as a woman, your job is you can shoot your shot, but don't say it directly like I like you or will you be my boyfriend.
I like
But-
what he's
but-
saying.
but-
I ain't
show
gonna
yourself.
lie.
You know, funny enough,
I
yeah.
think
What me I don't like,
he's
yeah.
If he
saying-
doesn't talk, he's
I
an
like
idiot.
what he's
blind.
saying.
Leave him.
God will bless your life.
Yeah.
The levels you will reach, Tash, in Jesus' name will be high.
Wait, before
It'll be high.
See, sometimes you just have to move with confidence, yeah.
I'm see, the thing is, I'm very confident.
Is it-
But I will never move to a man.
The kind of women that me I
I
rate,
will
yeah.
let you know I'm
But you
interested
see- you
in
see
you,
that-
but I'll never do the movie.
Yeah,
The
like
reason
it's
I'm
all
saying
fun
is
and good. You don't.
That's
You
what
don't
he
need.
said.
You don't
He
need
said,
to.
don't tell. He said, show.
It's from
Don't tell,
experience. I've had
show.
girls do some stuff, and I was just telling that this girl, she's just trying to force me to tell her that, hey, what's the gig? And she was doing
I'm
every like
screaming.
a plated move. And there are some that actually told me, and I was just like, come on.
Straight up.
Yes.
Straight up. So she just came up and was like, I want you.
Can you be my boyfriend? I'll run away.
Imagine you ask this guy out and he's telling you, come on.
But I would never ask a guy.
No, I would
never.
You should never.
I would never ask a
But there's
guy.
nothing wrong with that. What
there is
me
everything
I
to do.
actually don't like here is when they're like moving to you. Because like, me, I'm generally of the opinion that women do not know how to flirt. Their form of flirting is
No.
telling you, oh, I want to sit on your face, I want to do this, I want to do that.
What kind of girls are you flirting with?
Assaulters.
If a girl sits on your lap and you're not sweating, that means you're not into her, then she should move on.
Wait, what? Keita.
Like if you're not feeling the heat, then that means she's not.
No. We need to go back to what you just said. You said women flirt with you by telling. What
I
kind
didn't
of
say they
women?
flirt with me. I said that's how women flirt.
No.
It's just based on research. It's just
What research? What
same
women are
research
you?
that Demi does.
I have never asked to sit on someone's face.
Never.
Oh yeah?
I've been asked to sit on
Not
someone's face,
face,
but
lap.
I've never
Lap.
asked.
Lap.
No, like if I ever want to flirt with a
Let's
guy,
touch.
like I don't know, like I kind of like
Put your arms on his
I
shoulders.
sell dreams. I talk in hypotheticals that this could happen, but I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen. But you know this is gonna happen if you do this. That's how I flirt.
See, yeah, basically, yeah, all I'm trying to say is that if a girl wants to flirt, it doesn't have to be sexual. You can just be direct and just use your words. Yo, I like you. That's simple.
I don't know.
Don't listen to him, women. Do not listen to Ife. He
See-
knows nothing
see,
about
you
love.
miss-
I know his name is translated to love, but he doesn't know
You
anything
miss
about it.
100%. You miss
See, the thing
100% of the
is-
shots you don't take.
If a girl really likes you, you can just ask him, "Hey, how you doing?"
And if a guy really
Check up
likes
on
me,
him.
he's gonna
And
move
if-
to me.
And for me, I'll clock it that if you're checking up on me regularly, asking me how you're doing, what are your plans,
Because honestly, for me, especially,
that's
I feel
different than
like
actually saying the actual word I like.
you know what? Maybe it's different for you guys who are like the Afro international guys. But when you ask men who have lived here in Ireland and you move to them,
Yeah.
they start moving mad when you move to
Facts.
them. They get overly confident. It's like a
Facts.
whole different thing. I think maybe because you guys, your mental frame is a little bit different.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys weren't raised here. You guys
Yes.
think differently.
100%.
But the guys who I've grown up with, when you move to them, they move mad. They're
they will
crazy.
you just met-
May I
Yeah.
respect it, I respect it. Because I know it's not easy for a
If
girl
you
to do
ask me
that.
to be your
So I
boyfriend, you might
respect
as well
it.
ask me to marry you. You come with a ring.
So your one is out there, you.
Tash says, let him
but
do
you
all
see,
the work.
Tash, I like out there.
No, Tash is like, let me do the work. Let me be the man.
Just like relax.
Allow me to be the man.
Chill.
Allow me to be the man. You know what I mean?
Chill.
There's certain
You know
things that
what?
shouldn't change. There's certain things that shouldn't
But
change.
sometimes though, you don't see someone until they show you that they're in your front.
True. You know what? I even wanted, what do you always say? I'm going to switch it up. What do you say, Demi?
I have a theory.
No, not a theory. Anyways, that's not what I was asking. But what I wanted to say was, wanted to change it up, to throw in something here.
Let's
little.
go
Skirt, a little skirt. Because you guys are you're international students pretty much, aren't you guys? You came here internationally.
No.
To uni. You're not an international student.
No, been here for 10 years. I moved here like 2013.
I was an
Pretty much a
international
resident.
student.
Wait. Okay, pause on you.
I'm
You were
done.
an international student.
Yeah.
Mate,
I literally
you
did
lived for 10
my
years.
high school.
We
here,
actually went
yeah.
to uni together. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the same uni as them. Yeah.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yeah, I've been here for 10 years now.
Your accent has not changed a little. No,
See, yeah, I'm pretty
small
sure
bit.
in the next 20 years, my accent will still be the same.
But I get it. But one thing I like is that the fact you didn't even try to change your accent.
Nah, man, I'm
no,
here.
because there's a lot of people who move
I
over
take
and they
pride
try
in-
to fit in.
So,
and
Tash, where are you from?
didn't. I rate it.
Yeah.
Rwandese.
Rwandese.
He's from Rwanda, yeah?
Yeah.
Rwanda. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
I remember you telling me, but I forgot.
Yeah, Rwandese.
Rwandese.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's giving exotic.
And we already know you're Nigerian.
You're
Ife.
over here.
I'm Irish.
There's not that many of us in
Can't
this
you tell by
country,
my
so-
accent?
I
Yeah.
don't know many people from Rwanda.
Yeah, there's not that many of us.
You're the first Rwandan person on the pod. Welcome.
Oh my God, guys, we're traveling the whole African continent, you know. Guys, if you're from different countries,
Yeah, honestly,
come here and speak.
I would love to go to Nigeria once and just. see.
Nigeria is lit.
I like the
Rwanda,
culture,
a lot of people are
especially
visiting
the
Rwanda
wedding.
too right
You
now.
visited Rwanda?
I said no, a lot of people are visiting Rwanda right now.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
No, people are in
I've heard
Rwanda right
that,
now.
About what?
like people visit Rwanda. That's a good
Yeah,
place to
it's.
visit.
I think. It's,
I'd love to
the
travel
country
more
is-
African
is
countries.
It's
developing.
coming up. It's
Same.
coming up
Yeah,
quick.
I've heard that.
Same,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like this year, I'm planning it.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet,
Like
but I'm planning it.
Africa has a
I
lot
want
of
to do
nice
Niger
places.
in
Like
Ghana this year.
even the NBA, they have like a branch of league
Yeah.
in Rwanda now.
Yeah.
And it's-
Really?
Yeah.
I love that for our people.
So yeah, like Rwanda, they're doing. Like I love
even
it.
myself, I'm thinking of going there this year again.
To go visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
kinda like
Nigeria
keeping
will
an
see
eye-
me
I'm-
soon.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on
It's just
flights.
ticket prices are crazy.
Yeah,
but,
because
like,
you
I
see,
really wanna
when
go.
you're going to Africa, you have to look at the seasons. There are certain seasons where the prices will be nice, and sometimes they'll be.
Yeah,
But
I
the
went-
time that I have to go would be around the Christmas period because I have a week off work. So it just makes the most sense for me to go when I already have that time off work, which just happens to be peak season.
Yeah.
But it happens to be holiday season. And I've been to Nigeria around Christmas and New Year's and it's amazing. But I also want to do Ghana, not just because Ghana is lit party wise, but just
me-
because there's a lot of
Yo.
like savory
Kenya.
stuff there.
I
Kenya.
spent 4
Yeah,
days in
the-
Ghana, Accra.
Kenya
Yo,
or South Africa
amazing.
for the.
Really?
I want to go for the history.
fucking amazing.
Not just even for the parties, for the history. I feel
That's
like there's
that's
a lot
that's
of
everything.
culture
It's
and
a
history
blend
there.
of everything.
If there's
Like
one thing-
Yeah,
you
so
could-
that's why I want to go.
If there's one thing that I'm craving most is the safari.
Safaris.
In Kenya or South
I've
Africa.
heard Kenya is
Or South
really,
Africa
really good.
for a safari.
Yeah, I've heard Africa is beautiful.
Like
as
I don't
well.
like the zoo anymore. Like if you tell me let's
You know,
go to the zoo,
that's one.
I want to see.
He wants to be
stuff.
running with
You
the
said
tigers.
lion.
I want to see the lions.
I mean lions.
That's
yeah,
one thing that
sorry.
pisses me off
Wildlife.
about Nigeria. Yeah, like because we have a lot of possible tourist attractions, but we just fuck everything up.
Yeah, I think each and every country has some sort of tourist attraction, and which is one thing that
A Nigerian tourist attraction. Name one.
I should name one Obudukatu Ranch.
What's that?
That's like that's the you guys probably will not know it, but like there are a couple of tourist places in Nigeria, at least for Nigerians. Maybe
you
like
should know this.
Olomorok.
Ulmarok, Obudu.
See, I didn't even say this
You
right.
should know this.
There's some caves too in
I want to
Abuja.
know this
and
one.
shit.
But
going back.
can I blame my parents? Because the only tourist attraction my mom talks about is the mountain she went to go pray on when she was 13.
I'm screaming.
There's also
them.
like a hot and cold like waterfall somewhere in Ekiti itself.
I've heard about that and I've
you
seen
can't go
it.
see.
The reason why I blame my parents is that the last 2 times I went to Nigeria, it wasn't for us to do tourism stuff. It was to go see family and do things there,
Yeah.
like parties and stuff. It wasn't for me to get to know the country.
Yeah.
And I was at ages where it's also a country where I shouldn't be visiting by myself. I need to go with someone who knows the place.
No, definitely.
So I feel like the reason why I don't know my country is because of my parents.
I blame
I'm
them.
not gonna
For
lie.
me-
It's
I
not
mean,
because
to
I
be
don't
fair
want to
though,
know.
like like
For me, it's sometimes I'm just intrigued just to see the way people live.
Ah,
Because
I've seen
you see,
it.
there's like Bushmen in Botswana, and there's the Maasai people in Kenya.
Yeah,
I
do you
just
know
wanna
what?
see
There's
how
a
people live,
great,
you know?
there is a great YouTube channel I watch called The Best Food Review because I'm a massive foodie. I love learning about different cultures and all this stuff. And there was this American guy who first originally traveled to Asia and he was going around different Asian places and he wasn't going to like high tech restaurants. This guy was going to the streets and he was going to go try people's culture. And he actually came to Africa and did it. He's done Nigeria. And I was like, something I really, really appreciate about him. He went to like the Makoko, like, you know, I don't want to call them village, but like the people who live on water. He went there. He went
that
into
place
the
is
bush
disgusting.
to go and look at bush. I'm screaming. Bush. He went into like the bush place where they were doing bushmeat and everything. And I
Right
learned
on the
so
highway.
much about my country from an Oyinbo person.
And
That
it's
blew
crazy,
my
yeah, like-
mind.
Yeah.
I was like, the fact that Oyinbo means white, Caucasian. The fact that a Caucasian person is that interested in our culture that he's able to do these things. Why don't we do these things?
And I find it strange when, like, just Africans, just people who are not loyal to their own culture in their own country.
That's scary.
It's a big problem for me.
That is scary.
Like, that's why Africans, we are not thriving. It's the whole essence
Yeah.
of pan-Africanism that we're not proud of our culture, of our country, or to see it thrive.
A lot of people are just
You know
always
what?
trying to
When
brush
people
it
are
away.
asking me holiday recommendation, I'm not telling them about Paris or go to Bali. I'm telling, hey, go to South Africa. There's
Africa
like
is
Mauritius.
beautiful.
There's Cape Verde. I'm promoting our own continent.
Even not even that.
Because if they go there, they bring money.
I even have a friend, I'm going to say join out, shout out to Joined at the Trip. I think that's what it's called, Joined at the Trip, which is one of my friends here who's from Cork. And she actually brings people from Ireland to tours in Africa. She's done Mozambique. She's done South Africa. She's done Kenya.
In Africa.
She
Yeah,
wants
that's
to
dope.
live in Africa.
And Africa has one
That's
of the
dope.
most
She
beautiful
goes,
Cause like-
cultures.
she does the whole safari thing and
Yeah.
everything, and she's bringing people here to Africa to go see the beauty of it.
Like that's actually like one of my favorite things about like moving abroad and everything. Like the fact that you can meet other Africans and you guys can see how like similar you guys are, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
So, yeah.
I'm sorry. Because obviously, you guys have been here for a while. Do you guys feel like you fully integrated into the Irish community, or do you guys feel like you've been accepted by them, or do you guys feel pushed out? What's your thoughts like? It's a lot for me.
No, be honest.
No, I will.
Yeah, this is
the camera
platform
on
is for
him?
you to guys to see.
I will. I mean, okay. Generally, like Ireland has mostly been welcoming. Yeah, like no complaints. To be fair, like school was fine. Getting a job wasn't like the most difficult thing. Everything has been calm. Yeah, but like still, there's this emptiness about moving abroad. Like it's not even the fact that maybe like I've not made friends. I've made a lot of friends here in Dublin, but there's still this emptiness that I just
You
can't
haven't
explain.
met friends who made you feel like you're at home.
You see, yeah, that part's is partially true, yeah. But still, though, like like it's different when you grew up with a friend and when you just meet someone like you're already grown. Like most of my friends back home in Nigeria, like met them in uni, some back in high school, some we grew up in the same neighborhood, like things like that. Like there's that bond that's it's not just random. Like the bond just goes far beyond. Like you don't really have that.
Do you feel like it's a lack of pan-Africanism?
No, actually no. Because like I stay in Lucan now, for instance. Now Lucan is like
I think
Nigeria.
there is.
You're bringing
Like,
to
look at this, like,
Pan-Africanism.
Nigeria.
I was
Yes.
going to say, do you want to explain what Pan-Africanism is?
So Pan-Africanism is the essence of brotherhood, like us seeing each other as brothers. Because if you look at Europe during the World War, the Europeans fought each other, and then they realized that guys, us fighting each other is just taking us nowhere. You see, so they started working together. That's how they created the EU. Because Ireland was built with a big chunk of Irish investment came from the EU, the roads, the infrastructure. So they started helping each other. Now, Africa, the reason why we are still behind, we are not thriving, is because we are so divided. We are not in control of our resources. We are sitting on a lot of resources, but the reason why we can't thrive is because we're divided. And because because of that division of tribalism, religion, like there shouldn't be this whole thing of Yoruba, Igbo. You should just be Nigerians, because that's what the Europeans got rid of. They just started seeing each other as brothers. When you work as a team, you thrive. You see, so Pan-Africanism is just trying to bring Africans together, so that we can work together like the way the EU is, so that we can share our resources. Because if we share the resources, we are going to thrive. Because in Africa, we are sitting on mineral resources, but these mineral resources are being looted. They're being in control of foreign like companies and entities. Because right now, even though we are out of slavery and colonization, there's a thing now that's happening called colonialism. So what's happening is that most African leaders, they're puppets. You see, they don't serve the interest of the people. Yeah,
Zero.
You see? Because
It is very selfish.
yeah, it is very sad, because had it been that they had the interest of the people, like they were Pan-Africanist, that they were working together for the majority of the people, Africa is going to be on the rise. You see, so that's because even if you see the amount of Africans that are in diaspora, if they made it easy for us to go back, Africa is going to thrive. We're going to bring those skills. But the reason why most people can't go back is because most of our countries are in a mess. You see? So, because if you look at Indians, Indians are doing big things. The CEO of Google, Indian. Microsoft, Indian. Indians are doing big things because...
It's true. When you deep it, the education that we have now, if we were to take this back home, it'd be crazy.
But that's the thing though, yeah? Like, get the people back in Africa already. Yeah, see, the only solution to Africa is one thing. The older generation, all of them should just die. That is the only solution. That is the only solution. Because like, see, yeah, like no matter who gets, like now in Nigeria now, yeah? like, okay, all fine now, good, Peter Obi. But still, there's this feeling at the back of my mind, like, what if this guy is the same fucking nigga? Like, is the same fucking, like, corrupt? Like, like, it's almost not promising, to be honest. Like,
would you guys ever go into politics when you're older?
we will go in politics.
Would you?
It all depends, really, yeah?
I don't know, to be honest.
Like,
I don't think so, but for me, I would rather be a critical thinker. Like, I would rather be someone
Is it wild that I think that we can still change Nigeria, but it's us in diaspora that has to.
So you see, let me get back to your point.
We have a role to play, definitely.
I think we have to change our mindset first, because you see, one thing about Africans that kind of like is a bit of a disappointment is that we Africans are not proud of ourselves or our culture. You see, because one thing that I find strange is it's like we're not patriots for our own country. Because if you are like say maybe you're here, you're earning say for example $5,000, you should at least send $1,000 back to your home country. You see, so as long as you're not doing some shady, stupid things.
But see, the thing is, right? I hear that. I feel like we do need to invest in home, because we can't expect home to be better if we don't invest in it. But the problem is because of how corrupt it is, that even because poverty is so bad there, that when you even, like as you said, you're earning 5K, you send 1K home. That 1K, where's it going?
I know, which is why
where
people need to change their mentality. Like if you have a family there, you need to tell them that, look, this man I'm sending you is not for you to go and have fun and do whatever nonsense that you're doing. It's for us to thrive. Because all these guys, the Chinese, they went to America, Europe, learned knowledge, and they took it back to their country. And that's why they thrived.
And even just to piggyback on that, I remember my dad showing me a video where this guy was talking, he was talking about the talent that's in Africa. Because if you deep one of the best doctors, the best, everyone that's in the different categories, most of them are African, Nigerian, or, you know, and like, first of all, they didn't their talent wasn't harbored properly in their country, so they had to leave. Yeah. Do you get me? So these, because of how corrupt their countries is, not taking care of their talent properly, so a lot of these Africans are just leaving. So that's also making Africa even worse.
You're like, Africa in general limits your opportunities.
Yeah.
Because like if you look around the world, you're like,
yes, but then you also have to realize that freedom, when you are fighting for freedom, it's either you negotiate or you fight for it. I like the French. You know the reason why I like the French? Even from the past, the French Revolution, these guys, they dethroned their monarch. Why did they dethrone their monarch? Because back in the days, it was like no one could own land. The land was owned by the king. So peasants were renting the land from the king and they were paying like tax. So the king was raising those taxes and they said, we're not going to have this again. So they started rioting and they dethroned the monarch. You see? It's the same thing that was happening recently in France, whereby the people were like putting on the pension reforms and everything, and they're just burning tires and rioting and doing all those kind of stuff.
But can we fight back like the French, though?
Yeah,
but
I mean, we tried to fight in 2020. We tried
I
to
think
fight
the
in
problem is,
2020.
I think with Nigeria, it's really hard to fight back. Like when you look at NSARS, they fought back.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
Look
to
at the people who died.
See, like they don't give a fuck.
People are scared because our government just really doesn't care about basic human life and basic necessities, and that is what is sad. And this is why I also believe like it's us from the diaspora who have to make the change. Because if it's a bunch of us collectively who go over and make the change, it can't be one man. It actually has to be a team. It has to be a united thing. Like our government does not care about the people. Like poverty in Nigeria is mad. Like whenever I'm explaining it to like Oyinbo people, aka Caucasians, it means, and like what I basically tell them, I'm like, Nigeria has no such thing as middle class. You're either dirt poor or you're rich. There's no such thing as middle class. Because even like, what is middle class there is still extreme poverty.
Like, okay, like before I left Nigeria, like the job I was doing, like was the kind of job where like I traveled a lot, like around Nigeria, that is, and like, okay, because I was Yoruba, they posted me to like Yoruba states to do whatever work I was doing, and like when I tell you that there is poverty in Nigeria,
I've seen it.
But then you see, the thing is, one other thing
is bad. Like, and one thing is that when I say we do not know the half of it.
But you see, the thing is,
I've seen like a small, like a room smaller than this room, and there are like 10 people living in it.
Do you know that the resources that are in Congo alone can feed the whole of Africa?
Wait, what?
The resources, the mineral resources, they're trillions.
But see, the problem is as well
rich.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, but people aren't educated enough to use the richness to it.
Yes, but the other thing is that Africans, we don't know how to use our own billionaires. Because the JP Morgans, the Rockefellers are the ones who built America. The Rothschilds are the ones who built the UK. So as a government, that's why you need people. Like even when you're voting for people, you need to vote a person who sees.
Yeah,
the
but
options they're
that's
giving
the thing though. Like you think like now, for instance, now in Nigeria now we have people like Dangote, Macadoniga. Do you think that those kind of people they are not influencing the government to their own advantage in some type of way?
Of course they are.
But that's why the whole like Africans, if we were to work together, we would say that okay, guys, let's take control of our resources and sell them, and maybe process them. Because if you take out resources, like say raw materials, and you send them out, they're gonna make products, and then they'll come sell them to you at a bigger price.
But also, if people are going to do that, you also need to have the knowledge to refine those things within your country.
And we're here, we have the knowledge.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to go back. But how many people are actually willing to leave here and go back? That's a problem.
But it's them. It's on them. They have to make it easy for us to go back.
They're not gonna do that though.
It's not going to happen. This is where those international companies come.
I really think. Okay, I know, definitely. Like Nigerians, Africans in diaspora, like we all have a role to play in. Like,
but at the end of the day, I also get it as well because we also have a life to live. We can't go back if it's going to mean we're going to be suffering with poverty. Because can you imagine going through all your degrees and everything?
But guys, you also realize that the reason I was also saying that pan-Africanism even here in Europe is not that tight. It's because
we're not willing to die for it.
No, it's not only that. It's like most of even the people that are here would be divided. Like you see Ghanaians and Nigerians having beef. Like
that's crazy.
Like
also just to like jump on that as well. Like if you deep the Indians and the Asians, they go out to bring back in.
Yeah.
But Africans, they go out to go out and to go out and never return back.
And it's also
like,
and it's also the mentality. The hip hop culture is toxic. I don't like it. Because they are showing that go spend your money on ice, buying it,
drop a rack, drop a rack.
Our mindset needs to change. We need to realize that because even like I'm not even
there's some people like I will say, I'll give a little shout out. My best friend and her brother, they're currently working on buying property in Nigeria. Like he already has like an apartment.
Imagine if everyone had that kind of mindset.
He doesn't have a mortgage here in Europe yet, but he has one back home.
Like me now, like at some points in my life, I fully intend on like being heavily influenced in some type of business in Nigeria. Yeah, 100%. Like even at the moment, I have some ties
that kind
still
of thinking
in Nigeria.
I like that kind of thinking because if everyone has that kind of mindset, Nigeria will be on the rise.
No, but see, to be
because
honest, the reason why
is when they move abroad, they think like, okay, we are now Irish. Yes, we are Irish. Yes, we have a red passport, but they don't see us like this the same. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's slowly getting there because I
the laws, yes.
No, I do think that a lot of us are starting to become a lot more heavily influenced in like our culture and stuff. I think it's getting there. It's not there yet. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I do believe we're getting there. Because I said, even as you're sitting here, you came in, I was speaking to you in Yoruba. Wasn't 5 years ago would not have been that person because I was a lot more whitewashed. But I don't know if I think like something changed in me massively during BLM.
There's always a switch.
There was a switch. I hit a point where there was a switch where I was like, I love being Nigerian.
Yeah.
Why am I trying to fit in? Because it's like I still fit in being Nigerian.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like people that are not proud of who they are.
I am so
that's
proud
the
of where I
main
come
thing
from.
wrong with Africans as well.
But like okay now like I've met a couple of like black Irish people here in Ireland, and some people is just based off of their circumstances. It's not like they mean to be that way. Yeah, maybe like the area they grew up in, or maybe they were discriminated by the black kids.
But do you know where I will go against that? Because like I'm someone who grew up. I've lived in Ireland since I was 4 or 5 years old. Anything I know about Nigeria is because I choose to know. Any Yoruba I speak is because I choose to speak it.
Like
because in my house, we all speak English. I don't like my mom's kids. I'm my mom's oldest. Out of the 4 of us, I speak the most. But I grew up in an English-speaking household. I choose to.
Can I give you a good example?
Wait, sorry, one second. Not that I'm trying to defend them, but like imagine like growing up in like a white-dominated area. Like
I grew up in a white-dominated area, as in there was always just me, the only black girl in my class.
Yeah, but like imagine a scenario where maybe like you're being bullied, you're constantly being bullied, and all you're trying to do is just fit in.
But guys, all I can say is be loyal where you come from.
It's hard.
Yeah, my whole point is like as a kid, it's not easy to have that mindset.
Yeah, when you
grow up. Let me give you an example. And
I'm not even gonna lie because
this
even
is
as
a
well,
biblical
I didn't
example
turn
as well.
to this person until like 5 years ago.
Moses, he was adopted by Pharaoh's daughter. Now, when Pharaoh's daughter raised him, he was raised to be like the next king because he was a man. You see where I'm getting at. But when Moses saw an Egyptian attacking an Israelite, he killed the Egyptian and he forfeited that throne because he was loyal to his own people.
Not really. I don't think he didn't know that was his people, by the way. It's because of who he was and who's in his heart. Do you get, for example, now, yeah? Obviously, I grew up in Ireland and whatever. Yeah. But the things are like, because of where I am, I naturally choose to want to be around my people, to want to hear, to want to like dive into the culture, and not because I can choose to easily hate them. It's easy, but like that's just because who I am. Moses, like I don't know if that's a good example because
no, it is because he was in line to be a king and he forfeited that throne because he killed an Egyptian to defend an Israelite.
But he didn't know he was an Israelite, so you can't use that point. He didn't know.
He did.
He didn't know.
Go read again.
Well, maybe I should go and read again, but I don't think he knew.
Once again, me and Tash are the ones talking about Bible. Rose and now are just like...
You see me and we're like...
Guys, drop in the comments. Am I right or is he wrong?
The reason why...
I need to know, who's this again?
In life
Israelites.
Oh wait, did he know he was adopted? And I'm just asking
He was adopted, yeah.
Did he know he was adopted?
Yes, he did.
When did he know?
Because...
Did he know after or before that situation?
Let me tell you why he knew he was adopted. Because when he was adopted, his mom was asked to be a maid to look after him.
Okay.
So obviously, if your mom is going to be there, she's going to tell you that, hey, look, you're not actually Egyptian, you're Israelite.
Wait, what?
So when Pharaoh's daughter adopted him, the sister told him that, hey, look, I know the mom. I can ask the mom to help you raise the kid.
Okay, I didn't see that part in the Bible. That's
so the mom was raising him as a nanny.
I won't lie to you. I'm a bad Christian because I'm going off the movie.
Yeah, so he knew.
I'm screaming.
You know that movie?
I was just about to say,
and
wait who is this in? I'm just doing this for my own Bible study. I'll pass this on to you. Who was this in the Bible? I'll send you in. This was Moses?
Yeah.
Wait.
So he
I
killed
know
an
the story
Egyptian.
of Moses.
He killed an Egyptian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that he didn't know he was adopted.
It's been a while since I read up on it.
And it's only God that told him you have to save my people, which is your people.
And the thing is, he learned everything about Egyptian. They were grooming him to be the next king, and he forfeited all of that to be loyal to his own people.
So what are you saying
now?
now?
Imagine, so if Africans had that mindset to fight for their continent, because obviously our resources are being rooted by people that are not even Africans.
See, it's hard to fight a losing war.
How did our forefathers fight slavery?
But that's the thing though, like number one now, like Nigeria is not worthy to die for.
These days, we need to realize that freedom is not handed on a paper. The Irish, for them to be free here, they had to fight. You see, they had to fight.
Should Irish people have to fight? Yeah.
So as a man, if my country is in trouble and they call me Tash, come, I'm going. Did you not see some Ukrainians leaving Ireland to go back to? Those are real men.
Yeah,
if you're a man and you cannot fight for your family.
See now, like NSAS, for instance,
people that can't fight for their country are the same man that can't fight for their family.
See, NSAS, for instance, now, like that's the biggest, like, let's say, uprising I've seen in Nigeria for a very long time. Yeah. Like, even people in diaspora were fully involved trying to...
Even me. I was there watching... What was the name of that DJ? That she was like live DJ.
I know the person you're talking about. I just forgot the name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
With an S.
Yeah.
Every day I was in work crying.
You're like, do you know how many people died during NSAS?
Yeah, I heard
like all for what now? Like, see where Nigeria is now. Like, so it's actually not inspiring. If for instance now you know that yes, something can come out of this. Then, you see people willing to even risk their lives, right? But like Nigeria is actually not what
that's why I was saying Africans we need to, because you see the way Ukraine right now.
Sad.
It's very sad.
Like the way Ukraine now they are suffering and all the European countries are supporting. That's what you see. The African Union is useless. It's a useless organization.
Because this is why he's going back to saying how we don't support each other. We don't support each other. If Africans, if we could support each other, I'm telling you, bro, we're doing amazing things. We are doing. We are getting so far.
It's tough.
It's for me.
It's a while.
It's
tough, but it's doable.
It's of course, but it's tough. It's gonna take a while. Like, because obviously, let's not lie. Slavery took a toll on us, and it's still taking a toll. Even the African Americans.
We can't always complain about slavery.
No. We can, because it's still a factor of why we are who we are today. When you also
look into slavery, it wasn't just white people selling us out. It was us.
It also our own people too.
So we're still, and that's trauma that people healing from that.
But then, which brings me back to the main point. You see, it's just like in a family. When a family people get along, that family thrives. The reason why EU is powerful is because they work together. These guys used to fight each other. They were enemies during the World War.
But deep that like Europe is kind of small.
That's another thing though.
Africa's
Yeah,
Oh,
like
Toby
number
Joe.
one
Toby
in
Joe?
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
It doesn't
like,
mean it's not doable.
wait, sorry, Tash. Yeah, in
Like-
Nigeria, in Nigeria, there are over 300 tribes in Nigeria. Yeah,
But we have to get rid of those
tribalism in Nigeria alone.
One of the things that in Africa
Tribalism in Nigeria alone. Like, just look at this past election.
Yeah.
They turned governorship election to tribal war. Over what?
But you see, it's the same thing here in Ireland. In Ireland here, the reason why Northern Ireland and Ireland here is because of religion. That these guys are Catholics and they're Protestants.
But like, I feel like it'll be easier to destroy that than it is to destroy Africa.
But it's
Africa's
doable.
hard.
It's doable.
It's big, hey, it's long.
That's why you have to change people's
See, I
minds,
like
especially the new generation.
how hopeful you are, and I want to be hopeful. Yeah,
But
like
that's
it's
what I'm
hard.
saying.
That's
It's
why-
hard for me to be
you
hopeful.
see,
I'm never
for
going to
me,
lie.
I say I'm a pan-Africanist, and the reason why,
Do you know why I
A
also
lot
think
of
it's
people
easy
that have
for
the
you to
same
say
mindset.
this is because
Yeah.
you're not from Nigeria.
no, it's not only that.
I'm sure Rwanda also has its difficulties, but
It
I
does.
think it's just for us having people who live there and
Yeah.
knowing about like the tribal wars.
See, yeah,
and
like
different
if
things
there's
like that.
an uprising right now, yeah,
Yeah.
and like I can see like good signs,
see,
I will fully
most-
get involved as much
there's
as
a
I
lot of
can,
African
even if I have
countries.
to go back to
it's,
Nigeria.
a
it's
lot of
not
African
safe. It's
countries.
just it's not safe.
See, yeah, like
Yeah.
I went to Nigeria in March this year, yeah. Last time I was in Nigeria was like 2021, yeah, before March, yeah, and I could not believe it, but I was legit scared to go to Nigeria. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, yo, like, I grew up in this country. I grew up in this end. These are my boys. Like, why am I afraid to enter Nigeria?
But one thing,
And the only reason why I was scared is because of everything that was going on at that time. Election, the insecurity.
I wanted
like,
to go last year. My cousins who actually live there at the moment was like, "Don't come till after election."
but guys, all I can say is that until we get rid of tribalism and religion differences, we'll never thrive.
I agree. Okay, do you know what, guys?
Yeah.
Let's soften.
This is getting heated.
soften
You know,
up.
we've got some dilemmas.
The camera
We need-
has to.
Dilemmas,
We've got
Oh yeah,
dilemmas.
we have a dilemma. Sorry.
We've got dilemmas.
Let's soften it up.
Yeah, we
Is
need
everybody
to
okay?
Yeah.
roll it up soon.
Yeah, all right.
Because we're going to
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
As
we're
long
going to
as
be
everyone
talking
is
about
okay.
this for a while.
We can always catch
Literally.
up another time.
See, yeah, like
Exactly.
talking about Nigeria makes
Yeah.
me sad. So
Yeah.
generally,
And
I
We
don't
need to
even
have
like
this-
talking
more
about
of these
Nigeria.
I
conversations
agree.
Yeah.
True.
I agree.
And we've
because
given that
that's
space.
what brings change.
Yeah.
I
so,
agree.
The more people talk about it,
So dilemmas now.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Thank you guys for the dilemmas. We appreciate y'all. Bring them in. Thank you so much. Right. Someone said, I found out my boy is raising somebody else's kid. I don't think his girl is going to tell him. Should I mind my business or tell him? I know he's happy and I don't want to bring chaos into his life.
Yo, if
telling
putting
you.
myself in that shoe, man, I want my
telling
boy to tell me.
listen, yeah,
So I'm telling him.
I don't care if my future wife hears this, but if my child doesn't look like me or anybody in my family, I'm doing a DNA test.
I'm God that's
Wait, what?
If my child
Yo.
doesn't look like me or anybody in my family, I'm doing a DNA
That
test.
is wild.
The amount of horrible stories I'm hearing about men finding out that
Wait,
they've
but
raised a
can I-
kid that's not theirs.
But
is
you know
horrible.
what's what? Like, imagine loving that child
You
and
see,
finding
yeah,
out
like-
it's not yours. Would you leave that child?
No, I wouldn't.
No,
actually.
you wouldn't. You've already made a bond.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
would
See, to be
like-
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd stay.
See, no.
So what's the
It's not-
problem?
not
I
the
won't
kid's
stay in
fault.
marriage.
So
I won't
what's
stay.
the
I won't
problem?
stay. I won't stay in marriage, but I'll stay in kid's life. Just simply because of the fact that okay, yes, I mean, I grew up raising this child and everything.
I'm
yeah.
not taking chances.
But like the wife, like fuck you.
Now, for me, I'm not taking chances. If the kid doesn't look like me, DNA test. Because the amount of horrible stories I've seen, and this is where women become wicked on a certain aspect. Because we are all wicked. I
We
understand
just don't
the
want
point.
to break your heart
Yeah,
and
but
tell
that's
you
horrible.
the truth.
That's horrible. How can? Oh, bro.
Rose is smiling like she's planning.
Don't mind me, don't mind me. I used to be saying the wildest shit on here as if I believe
telling
what's
you,
coming out
I'm
of my
telling
mouth. I don't believe it.
The only thing I wouldn't tell is like, say, for example, I see a man cheating on his wife. I might give him the benefit of the doubt. Tell him that, bro, if I catch you doing this again, I'm telling.
But you won't give the girl the benefit of the doubt.
Even the girl, I'll give
You
them.
give them
I'll
a benefit of the
of
doubt.
doubt.
There's
Yeah.
cheers.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. That's a crazy one.
But the
then.
child-
No, but deep it.
But even for the child deserves to know who their father is from the birth, because they need to.
What
They
if their
deserve to know.
What
who
if
their
their dad was rubbish and you're just the better dad?
Yeah, but what if the other family is good?
It's not good.
It's not good. You're the better dad.
No, okay. What I mean
Only
is,
the woman would know that though.
yeah, but I feel like each and
Yeah,
every.
but see, I was gonna say she's not raising the child with their family. She's raising the child with her partner.
But listen,
who's the
yeah,
better dad.
I feel like if each and every kid deserves to know their side of the other side of the family, despite the
You know
circumstances.
what? I hear that.
The kid should make their own
You should
decision.
know
That,
where you're
okay,
from.
I don't want to be part of it.
But you're a kid. You can't make your own decisions.
Yeah, but okay. Let's put it this way. Yeah, maybe
mean, kids
until you
can't-
get to a certain age, like say maybe 15, and then you can be like, hey, this is your dad. you can decide if you want to have a relationship with him or not. Yeah.
Well, that dilemma was actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Please keep them coming. Thank you so much. Now, dilemma number 2. Okay, this one's quite longy. I was in the club. Well, it's not really a dilemma. The person said, "Okay, I was at the club. I met this girl. She was into me, and then we went to Charlie's after. I had to go drop someone home quick, so I left her with my boy. And when I came back to Charlie's, my boy and the girl were gone. Weeks later, he calls me and says, "Bro, how you say it? Bro, go get checked." And I go, "I don't need to get checked. I never slept with the girl." And he was like, "Yeah, the girl gave him something, gave him chlamydia."
You see, the amount of STI stories I hear in this Dublin is mad scary.
People are dirty,
It's
Abby.
mad scary.
Wrap up.
This is why you should be celibate.
Like, people are just road dogging everything around here, bro.
Be celibate.
Damn.
The one thing that I just say is, especially girls, like they need to protect their women. Like there's a certain community, like possibly like 70%.
This guy is African as well.
They have babies.
Protect your womb.
Like honestly, why would you have a kid with a man that hasn't even proved himself? Like why would you do that to yourself and to your kid? Like it's really sad.
But
I
to be honest,
won't
this is
lie.
Honestly, if you're going to be active, if you're going to be
facts.
active, just make sure that there's at least two contraception. Don't take chances.
two condoms.
Take the pill
like-
and the condom.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. He's actually speaking, I think,
because
genuine
guys-
facts. It's dangerous.
Because
having
at the
kids
end of
for
the
someone
girl-
who's not ready to have kids or having kids
The
with a
girl,
messed up person is
as a girl, you're the one
wild.
who's going to be
Suffering.
most. Because
Suffering.
the guy can just say it's not mine or just screw off
So,
it.
do you guys think that girls should only sleep with men that can be daddies?
I mean, it depends what kind of daddy.
To be honest,
Leave.
Okay. For me, I'll just say someone who's disciplined.
Okay.
Someone who you feel like if things took a diversion, like he's not going to be like, a deadbeat dad, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to
I know some
to
guys
promote
who have said
fornication or
it
anything.
like they would
I'm not trying to
100%
promote
take care of the
fornication.
kids, but
Yeah.
like they don't care about the girl, and it's like that is
Values.
so sad.
Values, discipline.
It's so sad
I
because
mean,
see-
I can understand it though.
Because you see the
yeah,
thing is,
but it's like if you're doing acts where you're having unprotected
Yeah.
sex with someone and they can become pregnant, you're literally saying that I will take care of the kid, but I will still treat you like rubbish. That's a human being, fam. Like I'm not gonna put all the blame on the guy, because if you're also a girl spreading your legs out unprotected as well, because contraception can go both ways. It can be with the girl, it can be with the guy.
Yeah.
Protect yourself.
True.
But it's just sad that we treat human beings like that. The fact that you can do this, create a child with someone, be like, yeah, I'll take responsibility for that kid, but I want nothing to do with you. Why did you go there in the first place?
which is a bit of a disappointment
That is
with me
sad.
within the African community and even churches. Like they treat sex as if it's a taboo. They don't really educate. As a result, most young people, they end up experimenting on their own, and then sometimes they just end up getting pregnant and all this kind
I'm
of
not
stuff.
gonna lie, I don't know if I want to learn about sex education in church.
Okay,
The pastor's not who I want to be learning
yeah,
about.
but you see, the
clotting.
thing is, they demonize it. Like the way they say
I
it.
agree, they
You see?
do.
Yeah.
They make
like
it seem
sex
like
was designed as something that a man and a woman who have made a vow to each
God
other
made
to
it so.
enjoy.
God made sex, by the way.
Yeah. Even though sometimes we might be tempted.
It's a good stink.
Yeah, even though we get tempted sometimes.
I'm
But
screaming.
we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
true.
be there. We are burning.
Lack
We
of
want it.
conversation.
Do you know
Your
what I mean?
body, no, but he's actually right. When you
Yeah.
deep it,
Yeah.
your body's actually designed to do it. Like
Yeah.
especially with girls. Men be thinking that they are horny all the time. Girls, our bodies
No,
are
it's
designed.
the girls.
Ovulations, your periods, they reach a certain point where your
Yo.
hormones in
But
you
you know-
are
Ovulation honey is
wilding.
scary.
It's
Do you know-
wilding. Like our bodies
Do
are
you know one
actually
surprising thing that I
designed for
realized?
it.
Yeah, women enjoy sex more than men.
Oh, 100%.
Of course.
You see, but you know that.
Why do you think we fake it so much?
But you know that. But you know the funny thing is, men want sex more than women. Like their libido is high.
Crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Very, very
No,
wrong.
wait. Let me
Very,
section
very
it. Women have a lot more self-control than men. I actually think girls have a high libido, because it goes back to what I say about our bodies being genetically
Women have
made.
more
Our
self-control than
bodies,
men.
when it comes
Yeah.
to a period, it's like, okay, your body is not gonna make babies in this period. But when you're ovulating, your body is begging for you to
my body's on its knees saying, Demi,
your body's
you have
begging.
I mean,
2 days
for it.
Is it even like just
It's
like 2 weeks where
hard.
like you're normal in a month?
Yeah.
Listen, the problem with guys, is that it can happen any minute, any second.
It can
you
happen.
just see nice legs.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to wait for that.
That time of the month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can even Google it yourself. Men have a higher libido, and I'm saying this from facts.
No, see,
This is from facts.
What
This is like
I
from
would
the
say,
research.
what I would say is this, like women's sex drive, bros, is up there. Yeah, like
Up there it is.
It's up there.
Is that
See,
from experience?
Men's is higher. Men's is higher.
women's sex drive is up there. Yeah? The reason why people think men's sex drive is because men, we are always like,
They lack self-control.
Like,
women
we
just
are-
have a lot more self-control.
Yeah.
I could want somebody bad right now, but I will not act on
No.
it because I have self-control.
It's not what it's.
But men just don't have self-control. That's all it is. They're
No,
loose.
not at all. Not. What's good? I actually asked these guys in the last pub. I want to ask you guys.
okay.
Do you guys think when you get in a relationship, you should unfollow everyone that you've had sex with?
Nah. Why should
You
you?
were too fast.
No, because it doesn't make sense to me. Like I mean, like at the end of the day, so far you're doing right by your partner. That's really all that matters.
Okay.
So like,
So you're following.
I mean, you can mute people, or if maybe for instance
I'm
now.
following all the crushes, or all the girls that I've had some funny business
You're
with.
following them.
No, it depends. It depends on the situation. Yeah, like now, if it
Because you
was,
see, the thing is, once I settle down, I don't want to be comparing my wife with. What if I see her and she's maybe gone a bit bum, like a bit. I don't wanna
that's
be,
what I was about to say. Yeah,
He's
like
getting
now,
rid of temptation.
Getting rid of temptation.
if it's a situation now where like okay, that okay,
Or
yes,
just mute.
if I see next time I see Rose's story, that I might be tempted to like slide in her DMs.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
You can unfollow, you can mute her, you can do whatever. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that you do not have to, if you feel like you're fine, if you feel like it's not like a problem. If it's a problem, by all means unfollow and everything.
I
But
think-
if it's not going to hinder you in any
But
way, like
sometimes it depends on the kind of like. Were you seeing each other? Were you in the relationship? And did you break off amicably, or was it like some sort of like
I mean, at the end of the day,
bitterness?
true. You have
Because
a
if it
point.
was amicably, I'll still keep you on. I might just mute, like seeing your
Even
stories.
if I've broken up with you toxically, I'm still going to follow you. You'll follow me and you watch me thrive. I'm just never talking to you again.
Would you want your girl
I mean, is
following
this-
guys she's had sex with?
I mean, I don't give a fuck, really.
Okay, Tash.
I can't relate.
Right, guys. Okay.
I don't give a fuck, really. Like, see, yeah, like me, yeah, like in relationship, yeah, trust is a big factor for me. Yeah.
On the gist
So
of the
like,
week,
if you trust me and I trust you, like simple things like that won't faze me.
That's
Yeah.
the type of person I am.
one of the gist of the week, Prince Charles, when he got married, when he got coronated,
Yeah.
people were saying that Camila, she was like, they were talking about all this
The side chick one.
but she was the first choice. When
That's
Charles,
actually mad
when
crazy.
Charles
It's true.
married
Diana.
it was like some sort of family pushing kind of thing.
Okay.
This is why people should marry someone they really like, and they're not being influenced by
love
their
with.
family that, do this. You should marry someone you really like, that you really love, not because of people are telling you that, the XYZ. So people are like, she's the side chick, but she was actually the first choice. So I
She was
actually
always the
found
main
that
chick.
strange.
I have no idea about that story,
I
bro.
no. It's actually dead true. I saw someone say that. So basically, King Charles' coronation just happened last weekend. What T.Y. Savage performed at.
Yeah.
So the person he's married to, which is Princess Camilla at the moment, she was the person he originally fell in love with. But due to her not having royal enough status for marriage,
Mind you, she had a
the
husband.
family said, nah.
She had a husband, right?
I don't
She
know.
eventually got married and had kids. Like,
Okay.
she wasn't gonna wait for him anyway.
Yeah, so
Because
she
he also
moved
moved
on,
on,
and he married Princess Diana.
and they had nothing in common.
And that's where he had his kids,
Yeah.
which was
William and,
and gosh, I can't remember their names.
Yeah.
Guy with the ginger hair that's married to
Harry.
Prince Harry. Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
William and Harry. Now, of course, Diana died.
He moved back to her.
He moved back to
He
Camilla.
had
who was
already
his-
cheated. When,
It was
They-
cheating on. I'm
they-
sure he
yeah,
was
they-
cheating on
they
Diana
already
the
had
whole
divorced.
time.
Yeah, when
Yes,
Diana was still
because
alive.
she was already dating
Yeah,
the Indian
yeah.
doctor guy.
Yeah.
I think we're going to say Asian guy because I'm not sure if he was 100%.
But the whole
Indian.
point is they didn't have any chemistry.
They
He only
had-
married her
he
because
only
of
married
status.
her because of status in his family,
Yeah.
and he went back to Camilla. So now people are saying that Camilla is like a figure of saying that the side chick won.
Yeah, the
because
side
no,
chick
the
won,
side
yeah.
chick is not
But she
sat on
wasn't
the
the side
throne.
chick.
Don't be a shy chick.
But
Don't
she
be a
was never
shy
a
chick.
side chick. She was the original
No,
chick.
actually, I think the
That
lesson
was
is
who?
marry someone you really love.
And don't be a shy chick. Guys, we have to wrap up.
Okay, do you know what? Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Like, share, subscribe,
It's really nice, my shit.
and
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, don't forget, if you like, should we do it for real?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Go for it.
This has to be island based. I don't know if we can ship
Can I-
Ife to the
can I
UK.
ship
Can
my
I
food
enter the
over?
competition?
Yeah, of course you can.
Like,
enter.
share, subscribe, innit?
Nah, fair.
Follow everything. Okay, no, I'll put in the description what you should do. Yeah, so I will put their links to their Instagrams or
screaming.
their podcasts and their wherever you need me to
Man,
plug.
I think I might start a podcast one time just on Pan-Africanism because
Okay.
I just feel sad. Do you know what the saddest thing when I go back home? You seeing 13-year-olds selling socks in the streets
I know.
when they should be in school and on iPads also having a gorgeous time.
I
People
know.
are suffering.
It
know.
And
is.
because they
Do you know,
can't-
we
can't
need
do
to bring you
anything for
back and
yeah.
have another conversation with that. I know someone who I feel like I'd love to tie
Yeah.
in,
And
tie you in
Yeah.
on, and we'll bring you back to talk strictly on Pan-Africanism.
Yeah.
I mean, the more we have for this conversation, Africa is going to be on the rise.
Amen.
I
Amen.
have belief in our
In the
continent,
mighty
you know.
name
I
of
like,
Jesus.
I like
amen.
your hope. Like, I really, really do.
You guys should
I
come together and
think
make
it's
a business or something.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, cheers.
So once again, thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Thank you guys.
Mwah.
Love y'all. See you
Cheers.
on the next one. Bye.
Bye.